Got to live with it, Taz.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all. The ship's at sea. Welcome to...
Good morning. Stay there.
No, we did not agree on that.
Yes.
That's why you started the show so quick.
Yes, that's exactly why.
Oh,
That's
that was
why.
diabolical.
Ladies and gentlemen, Taz has had to be subjected to my singing of Dave Matthews, the Dave Matthews Band's American Baby this early this morning. And I think y'all should give her a round of applause because she had to be subjected to the shit. So first off, everybody. Listen, I may despise this country from time to time, but goddamn it, I love American Baby by Dave Matthews Band. I do. I'll be the first person to say it. And this morning, poor Taz.
Tell them how we got there.
Okay,
Tell them how we got there.
So I came in playing Pearl Jam's Go. Usually, like the last time on this show that I played Pearl Jam's Go, I was pissed off about something. I forgot what show it was. But I came in, I didn't even speak. I just let the music play. And Taz was like, uh-oh, some shit about to happen. He's like, oh my God. It's about to be one of them shows today, huh, Thomas? So that was the last time I did that. So this time, I came in playing Go. And Taz was like, are we okay? Thomas, is this something you want to talk about, Thomas? And I'm like, no, we good, It's like, she's a little bit on edge there, buddy. She's like, hold up. I ain't asked for all this. What's really
I tried
good?
to lighten the mood because I realized my Mountain Dew can doesn't say Mountain Dew. It says American Dew. And what does he
American
go?
Dew.
Oh, hold on. I got something for that.
Yep. As soon as she said American Dew, because apparently Mr. Reloaded then got her some American Dew, not Mountain Dew, I said, guess what? I know a song for that. And then I started playing Dave Matthews Band's American Baby. But here's the crazy part. It wasn't just that I was playing it. I know Nana said don't sing, but I sang. I always sing this song. I'm sorry. Ever since I heard this song the first time, I've been singing.
First of all, we're not going to downplay this. I told y'all this week has been the touring Thomas Bishop, okay? Oh my God. It was a performance, okay?
It was a whole ass performance.
Okay, he got choreography. Did y'all know he has choreography for multiple songs?
Yes, I do.
I know this.
She has to watch it. That's the crazy part. Depending on what I'm playing early in the morning, Taz has to be subjected to the shit. Like, I ain't signed up for all this, Thomas.
As I'm trying to set things up backstage. And mind y'all, first of all, Thomas, I'm very proud of you this week. You have come in on time. Look at that. We're not rushing to get things done. It's a little irritating that you're coming on time now because I'm used to having a little extra time to get things in order.
That's called when Thomas doesn't have trazodone, Thomas doesn't sleep well. Thomas getting trazodone today. Thomas is getting all the listen, I'm getting trazodone. I'm trazodoning up today, buddy.
But also, I needed to ask him about a specific graphic today because I'm like, if he doesn't like it, when he does the opening, I need to tweak it. So I'm trying to get him for 5 to 6 minutes to focus.
Yes, all she wanted me to do was focus on the graphic. And I'm over here going, No, it's a concert. Focus on what? What? Huh? What? What? Did you say focus? Focus on what? It's a concert up in here, damn it. It's a concert, damn it.
And before anybody goes, well, why didn't she have you check it last night? Have y'all not met me? I had things ready last night. Then in the wee hours of the morning, I was like, no, this will be a whole lot cooler. And I learned my lesson about waking people up in the middle of the night for non-emergency things. So I wait till the morning.
Yeah, don't do that. Like, please don't do that. Like, if it's non-emergency and y'all call me, it's gonna be some misunderstandings and fucking birth removing. Listen, I took a phone call Sunday night, early Monday morning from my son. And he's the only one that could have got away with it, because anybody else would have been like, hey man, did you not hear the snoring? Did you not hear me snoring? Did you not hear me, you know what I mean, snoring? Like, if you don't get off this goddamn phone. But I took it from my son because he's my son. But Tess.
No, the only person that I have like contacted in the wee hours of the night, only because I know the nights like they're up and they're willing to talk, is Angry. That's it.
Yeah, because Angry's a bit of a demented human being. I love him.
But there are some nights like I know the schedule, like when it's like some diehard like gaming or like 3D printing ideas going on, that I'm like, no, this could fiddle to wait till the morning. But yeah, when I say I learned the lesson, I called when my mother was alive. Called her one time in the wee hours of the morning because I had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never been cussed out like that in my life, and she wasn't even asleep. She was awake.
Yeah. It's still the nighttime. It is still the nighttime. Listen, some people are not night people.
I understand is the nighttime, but I told her, I said, it's your fault, because my whole life living in your house, you always let me come in your room and like talk to you. And she said, and I realized that. She was like, I've been waiting for your ass to move out. Don't do that again.
Get out. Why are you talking to me? Get out of this house. Get out. Get to the chopper. But
so I had to endure all that singing to the point where he has a well, today is going to be a little bit of a delay on the Behind the Bean, and maybe I should have thought out the name. Because Mr. Man.
Pause. No. Don't think you're just gonna throw out Behind the Bean. You're just gonna let it go. What is wrong with you?
What?
You don't. As you knew goddamn well you wasn't gonna be able to get Behind the Bean off without me going, what? Wait a minute. Behind the what?
First of all, I just realized
when did this become a whorehouse?
Because I just said it out. I just said it out loud.
When did this become a whorehouse?
Well,
Behind the Bean is the lady. That's what I heard.
Here's the thing. When I asked my friend about the title, she said she liked it.
Who's your friend?
Jess.
Are you? I thought you was about to say Rummer, the skeleton that's on the goddamn couch. If Rummer approved that shit,
I asked Jess.
Behind the Bean. Listen. That sounds like some.
Okay, but there's another spinoff. There's another spinoff also on Patreon, and we're gonna link this so it'll be a collab with.
It's gonna be a collab. Thomas's I don't want nobody to think. Yeah, you know.
And
look at your scene. Look at your
the
scene.
Other one. Yeah.
Do not change the name. Tracina, what do you do Behind the Bean?
But see, no, because yesterday, Tracina, if you remember, I said, hey, I'm going to do another spinoff. What do you think of this name, Beyond the Bean? And Tracina said it was a good idea.
Beyond the Bean is an orgasm. I don't know where you people, when did this become a whorehouse? Can somebody help me understand when this become a whorehouse?
Evidently 2024 it became a whorehouse.
There's a goddamn whorehouse up in here. A whorehouse.
When did this become a whorehouse?
Next thing you know, you be talking about tall, dark, and black in the bean. Like,
now, hold on, wait a second. Here for Beyond the Bean, it's when like for some topics, I was like, oh, it like does something to my brain. If I want to continue the conversation, I'll put it over there. I do have thoughts on Obsession. I'm working on it now, putting it over there. But yeah, That's what it looks like.
Pause.
What is that?
Hold on. Hey, look at it first.
Thank you, Jay
Infernal,
Thomas.
how are you helping? Infernal, how are
Jay
you helping
Thomas.
with this, sir? Ow.
Jay Thomas gets it.
Yes, Jay Thomas. I know it's behind the show, but it's just the name. Look,
I thought it was
Humble Hummingbird came in just in time to hear about Beyond the Bean. What? Why does that sound like vegan sex?
Thank you, SZ. SZ likes it.
Listen, that sounds like that. Listen, that sounds like vegan sex.
But don't look at the graphic though. I think
it's like Talocon vagina.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, remember when they was at Talocon and then Moore was greeting people and it's like,
yes. Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Talocon coochie.
Oh, and to everyone that took the time so that it would not be attached to my search history that is already in need of an exorcism for explaining what ATM meant. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Well, I threw some of y'all off yesterday. You know, shit is effed up when the EP is like, what does that mean, Thomas? I'm like, yo, do you really need me to explain this shit while I'm on air? Is that right now?
Thomas, let's not forget on the Villain's View when you had me messed up for like I went down a rabbit hole. Number. Yes, because
I'm sorry, it's a known thing. I'm sorry. I listen.
Is it though?
I thought women knew. I thought women knew about men's stroke game.
Thomas. Thomas, what is the number one rule of Taz? If it's not in the book, I may not know it.
So you mean to tell me the entire time you got children? You mean to tell me nobody ever talked to you about a stroke number?
No.
Ever?
Not till this one over here.
But okay, because
he didn't talk about it till that night.
Because it's hickler him. Of course he gonna know about the stroke number. I'm talking about you got kids, man. You mean to tell me in all the time of having children, nobody ever said, man, listen, if we had went on a couple of more minutes, I would have been above my damn stroke number. Like can't be doing that. That's too much of the stroke number. Like, you're messing up the stroke.
The closest conversation I got was one of my godfathers. Yes, I have more than one. When I was pregnant with my oldest son, I remember he took me out on my parents' front porch. He said, come here. I said, what? He's like, did you even enjoy this experience? I was like, I guess I did. He said, did you come? And I was like, what's that mean? And he's like, Jesus Christ, stay right here. He went in the house.
Listen,
I don't know what he said to my parents.
If I'd have said that to you, they'd be like, what is that? I'd have been like,
good night, Joe.
I'm going home. I don't have to put up with this. I'm a grown man. I pay taxes. I do not have to put up with this.
Okay, the beans that those that have been around for a while, I've told this story before. That my mother, understanding her child, she got me the book Our Bodies, Ourselves. I can't remember what edition it was, and just gave it for me to read. So I read it. It doesn't really explain to you like what the sensation is or what. So clinically, I understood A and B doing Uchi Coochie Wally Wally and creating C. I got the order of operations.
She just referred to doing the nasty as the order of opera goddamn race. Okay, you know what? All right,
forget it. 3 letters. One word.
Forget it.
Ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
What? Wait a minute. If you were looking at sex like a Pythagorean problem, I need you to need.
About it at the beginning.
I know about the order of operations. I just didn't realize that there was an order of operations. That there were some things going on in the middle because they say when you have a compound equation, you do everything inside the brackets before you do. It's sex. What are we doing right now? What the hell? What are we doing right
now? 3 letters. One word.
Let us not forget.
Ass.
When my grandma decided to teach me about what a floozy was and not to be a floozy and Jezebel, how badly that went.
Christmas.
Okay. As a child, keep in mind, she gave me the book as a kid. So let's not forget, let's go back to my proposal and how I almost messed that up because I had a very, very Sheldon moment.
Oh, Lord. This is going to be a bad morning. I can tell y'all right now.
Okay, before we get started,
I don't know if he's got me out here looking at sex like a math problem.
SZ stopped by very sweetly.
I feel like Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah, but yes, yeah.
Goodwill banging.
SC stopped by to bring me some treat, okay? Because SC is a good friend, okay? SC is one of my best friends.
Listen, SC is the king of the cat booty coffee.
Yeah, but hold on.
Gotta be ashamed of himself, though.
Also, now my bestest friends, they miss me, so we got to work out a play date because I rule the playground. But yeah, and I was like, oh, let's sit down and talk. And then I looked and realized in my area on the couch, I had like all my journaling supplies out. And I was like, I love SC, but I'm not. I don't want him sitting next to my journaling stuff. And it's not like there's nothing wrong with SC. Absolutely nothing. It's me. It's me. Yes, so we sat at the dining room table.
Taz, you know what scares me about you? All this shit is genuine. You're not making any of this up, okay? This is the scary part. You literally, when I said stroke number, your head turned sideways like a kitten, or like you giving commands to a cat. Cat goes. I said, yeah, about the stroke number. He's like, excuse me. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up. You didn't know there was a stroke number? Now you out here talking about order of operations for sex. Why are we here, Ike? Why are we here, Ike?
Now do y'all understand when my husband was like, hey, I know I have to protect her. I know that's my job, and I enjoy standing. Yeah.
Yes, we have made it abundantly clear that, out of our little grouping, we have to protect Taz because Taz will hear some shit and be talking about it at dinner time, and we all be like choking on our damn food and shit. Like we are just in there enjoying some good Indian food, and all of a sudden Taz will bust out and go, so tell me about soaking. Excuse me, what the
3 letters.
1 word.
Why are we here, Taz?
The fuck are you talking about?
I get amused by some of the simple stuff. And this is also why I love Jess. Because and Nana and DJ, because I'll get excited. Like, I got some new stickers. Did I take pictures and send them to them? Yes.
Yes, you did. Of course you did. That's to be expected.
And y'all think I'm joking. If Thomas is having a bad day, I'll make a little dragonfly picture or some butterflies, and I sent it to him.
Well, welcome, Mary. You walked right in right at the right time.
I do.
Listen,
okay.
Listen,
Mary's
comments is how choke farting happens.
Here, yeah. Thomas,
hold on. Why everybody laughing at choke farting? It's Taz's fault that there was almost a choke fart to begin with. Go back and watch the show. Wasn't me. It was her.
Okay.
He did it.
I had nothing to do with it. I take full responsibility. But now that more people are in here, before we get into the nitty-gritty of the show, okay, so we have another branch off of the show, okay? Beyond the Bean. I need you to what do y'all think of this? Because he thinks it.
You know what? I'm not even going to be involved in the conversation with this. I'm not.
Thank you, Mrs. Miles.
Listen, beyond the Bean is just. Listen, okay. If y'all been watching for 2 years, so we can be honest with each other. I'm a goddamn perv, okay? I am a mature, depressed villain, but I do sometimes have the humor of a 15-year-old that's drawing dicks all over the place. We all know this, okay? This is not a shock to you. If you watch this show longer than 15 minutes, you understand I am a perv, okay? I'm not a perv towards anybody. None of y'all have to worry about, oh my God, Thomas sent me a picture of Dick Cheney, said it was his dick pic. Y'all ain't got to worry about none of that, okay?
Yeah, what you see in the graphic, Thomas, and what you think about when you hear Beyond the Bean.
What do I think about when I hear Beyond the Bean?
Yes. Because I didn't get that till he just said it.
She said bean. I'm a goddamn 15-year-old over here, okay? There's certain shit you can say on this show that I promise you, my 15-year-old perverted ass goes, yeah. Like, I'm sorry. Listen, all this week we've been talking about obsession. And the angry Thomas, the angry grown man. But there's been moments, like when we talked about old girl cooking a dead cat, there was like, yeah. She cooked the cat, yeah.
Thomas, what does
it look like?
What does it look like? You see a bean, don't you? A bean.
I see a female orgasm. That's what I see. That's what I see.
That was not what I was going for, but again, this feels
I'm over here trying to be professional. I'm like, we're going to do something called Beyond the Bean. And then you put that picture up and I go,
yeah, this again feels like the clitoris. This feels like the how to make donuts conversation all over again.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. As soon as you saw that picture, the first thought in my head was, Thomas, don't say it. Thomas, don't say it. Thomas, don't say it. I was over here in my own head going, pause.
What?
Thomas, be a grown man. She worked really hard on this graphic. She worked hard on the name. Jess thinks it's a great name, Thomas. Be professional, Thomas. And you go, it got something called Beyond the Bean. Yeah.
I didn't even get that.
She said bean.
I didn't get it until you said something, but I didn't get it.
I went right back to ninth grade. I went right back to ninth grade.
But I also didn't get that. Yeah, I can't talk y'all through how to make. Oh Jesus, no.
Hold on, that's cool. Look at the bean snapping open. This is a perfect representation. Do you see what I'm talking about? I can't be professional in this.
It is a perfect representation. Jay Thomas.
Hold on,
Jay Thomas, you're on the same plane. You're on the same wave as me.
See, listen. Me and Shaq again. This that 71 thing. Y'all don't understand that 1971 thing. We're pervs. We're just old men.
Yeah, in 1971, I was still in my daddy's ball. First of all, in 1971, I was still in my daddy's ball sack.
Exactly. A lot of y'all was still. Well, I think there's a couple of y'all that were not swimming in daddy's nuts. When 71 came around, there's a lot of y'all that were already here. Okay, but listen, I saw that graphic and was like, yeah, straight to ninth grade. Straight to ninth grade. I want to see TD.
Too late, beyond the choke farts. You know what?
Listen,
we might be beyond the choke.
You cannot have beyond the choke fart. Listen, there's no reason for us to ever have a show called Beyond the Choke Fart. There's no reason for us to have Beyond the Choke Fart anything.
You know what?
I think, try not to die laughing.
I think.
Listen, at least hold on. Ladies, I want y'all to understand, this is the sort of person that you want. Okay? I'm not calling myself a great man, but believe me, I'm not. What I am saying is this. If a man tells you ahead of time, yo, I'm a goddamn perv. So, I listen, we can talk about bills, we can talk about child rearing, we can talk about jobs. But there are going to be certain moments where I'm going to turn into a goddamn 15-year-old. Perfect example. Here's a perfect goddamn example. My wife comes home. She's telling me about her day. I'm listening. Then she takes her bra off. And then what am I supposed to do? Yeah. Listen, come on. I'm a but at least I'm honest.
Yes,
at least
you
know exactly where you stand with me.
Mrs. Laus. But Mrs. Laus, I like the idea. I'm thinking, go with me, okay? Picture this.
It's November.
Okay? I'm gonna go with you.
August 14th, 2026, at about 10:35 a.m., we launch Beyond the Choke Fart, and we continue the flag on the play conversation regarding whatever his reaction was during the show.
Jesus, Mary.
I think we should do that, people. Don't tell
Beyond
Tommy.
the choke part. Beyond the. Y'all know what's coming, don't you? You know what's coming, don't you?
I like big titties.
Oh, nope, not that one.
I'm gonna give you
Hit me in the face with a titty, why don't you? Hit me in the face with a titty, why don't you? Hit me in the face with a titty, why don't you? Why don't you?
Hey, hit me with a. Again, I'm a grown man. I admit freely that I am a grown man. But I can, on occasion, turn into a 15-year-old kid. Sorry, I did. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? All right, so.
Wait, hold on.
It's day 3.
That is a perfect day. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, Friday is SC's birthday.
Oh, shit. Friday. SC's turning cat booty coffee age.
God have mercy.
What is it called?
Cat booty coffee.
The cat booty coffee king. We should call him CBCK.
What is wrong with
SC, aka CBCK. We are cat booty coffees. King. Oh, I hope y'all didn't come here for maturity. There ain't gonna be no maturity today. Ain't gonna be no maturity today. So we just gonna jump right into the shits and giggles. All right, so today is day 3 of us talking about this shitty ass film called Obsession. And today we're gonna talk about our reaction. Right? Because it's bad enough that somebody actually sat their ass down and wrote this shit. It's bad enough. It's bad enough that actors were paid to be in this bitch. Bad enough. It's bad enough that they filmed actors being in this shit. Like, this wasn't an off-Broadway stage play. This shit was actually on celluloid at a goddamn movie theater, right? It is the fact that people went out and watched it. I'm trying to find the easiest way to start this. You know what? Here's an easy way to start. What does the movie Obsession and this video have in common? Don't nobody move. Don't nobody move. What does the movie Obsession and this video have in common?
Yeah, I mean, you're having sex and you can't reproduce. Like, the best part about having sex is reproduction. Seriously. Like, I don't value sex because of an orgasm. I value sex because I know that I am going to reproduce and have another baby.
Maybe the orgasm aren't good enough. Kidding. Sorry.
Pain. I mean, like, seriously though, like, the best part of it's why as soon as we got together, like, she's off birth control. As soon as
we got married, yeah.
As soon as we're together, it's like no birth control, nothing, because I'm not gonna have gay sex. And like, gay sex is more than just like another man and a man. It's just like the idea of looking at sex as such a materialistic thing and just like, oh, well, like, we just have an orgasm and that's fun or whatever. No, like, dude, sex is about having children. It's about having babies. Like,
now, I will not subject any of you to the rest of that bullshit ass video. I won't. Morning, Anna. Love you. What do those two videos have in common? What does Obsession and that video have in common? The incel factor. Now, my wife and I were talking about this last night, right? My wife is looking at it like there's a bigger meta conversation to be had about the role of men in society and things of that nature. And yes, there is a bigger conversation to be had about that. I'm a dude, however. I am a man. And as a man, it enrages me where men are today. It enrages the ever-loving shit out of me. I have talked often about the game. Okay, I have talked often about the game. The game itself is the art of seduction. Okay? Because and let's just, again, since we're all adults here, let's go ahead and say something out loud that I think a lot of people should already know. Okay? Coochie will sell when cotton and corn can't. Meaning, I do not care how many times men try to say otherwise. I do not care what society says. I do not care what old perverted white men will tell you. Vagina is a hell of a lot more important than a lot of men realize. Nobody goes out and accumulates billions of dollars and not want to get laid. There's not a man on the face of the earth, with the exception of maybe Peter Thiel, but even with him, he still wants some ass. He's gay, man. He just trying to pretend like he doesn't. But y'all can sit up and talk that bullshit all you want. All the Bugattis and the Rolex watches and the yachts with the other yacht in it is fantastic. But if you are not getting laid, nobody gives a shit. I'm being dead ass honest. I'm sorry. Argue with your mama, don't argue with me. I've been a man for 54 years. I know this shit. Despite what men have tried to say over decades, vagina is important to a lot of men. Some of them, like this idiot, think it's just for procreation. Oh my God, I gotta have baby. Some men, they think having a harem of women around them is what really makes them a man. Look at all the bitches I can get. Look at all these fun bitches. Women are not flying to Dubai because they like the sand. No, they're flying over there because there's a guy there waiting to pay them an exorbitant amount of money to do weird shit to them. Okay? So we can stop this bullshit about the worth of a woman or what does a woman bring to a table. Ain't no woman, and I mean this, unless she's really, really rich and just got a high sex drive, really rich, and nobody to share that shit with, nobody flies men out for dick. Sorry. Say what I said. I said exactly what the hell I said. There's not a place, there's not a woman right now who's sitting on a couple $100 million. It's like, you know what? That Thomas villain is so sexy. Hot son of a bitch. And then they reach out to me and they go, I will give you $50,000 to fly over here and give me some dick. Number one, if it was, my wife would kick me out the house. Like, you better go.
Are we forgetting about Ivana Trump?
Oh, Ivana Trump.
Ivana, she used to do that. Barbara Walters interviewed her.
But come on. Listen, she would give some ass to the guys from Five Guys after Donald Trump. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but she was very. Now,
I would take those 4 guys over there and a burger.
No, she lived the life that Donald Trump thought that she would have, because remember, she had one dude that was allowed to be in her house during literal business hours, and he could service her till 5 p.m. Then he had to go. And he was there for a couple years. Then she went and got another one that she thought was cute. There are women who women have more parameters than men when it comes to things like that. You will provide your transportation to get there. If she gives you some money, you better use that towards whatever. Men try to finagle, but a man will fly you out, pay for all these things, and then try to use that
to some ass out of it.
But here's the thing: the agreement is already there. That's the thing about men. The agreement is already there. You mess it up when you try to act as if you are in control. You're not.
I used to have a rule back in my younger days, or as we like to call it around here, tales of the young rogue. That if I had to go over 250 miles to see you, I wanted some coochie. It was just, hey, if I got to drive over 250 or I got to fly to get, listen, when I land, I better land in some ass. That's how I looked at it. That was the rule. You coming to see me? Am I getting some ass? Of course you are. Bet. I don't have that rule no more because once again, my nuts are just hanging around for decoration. But anyway, so this idea that women have to show what they're worth is bullshit. A woman can show her worth just by walking into a goddamn room. I've always said there is no such thing as oh, well, I can be choosy. No, you can't. Because dick is a dime a dozen. Do you understand women trip over dicks going out the goddamn front door? They do. They do. I know some of y'all know a girl that y'all think is just ugly as shit. And I guarantee you somebody's trying to sniff her panties. Period. It's that simple. Dick is a dime a dozen. But what we have seen over the past, when did Kevin Samuels come on the goddamn scene? When did Kevin Samuels come on the scene? What was it? Early 2000s? Like the early 2000s, I think. Like he was the incel king for a minute. The phrase high value man popped up into the lexicon. That is the stupidest phrasing I've ever heard. Because in the pantheon of society, when did he come up?
2013.
2013. So let's say from 2013 till right now. Let's say 2013 till right now, okay? Men have tried to make it their business to denigrate or belittle what a woman brings to their life. Damn a table, what a woman brings to their life, okay? I don't give a shit how powerful and strong of a man you are. I go back to what Billy D. Williams told Diana Ross in Mahogany. Success ain't nothing without someone you love to share it with. And it's true. It is a 100% truism. Who gives a shit how much money you make? Who cares? If you in this bitch by your damn self, nobody gives a shit. And men are braggadocious people by nature. By nature we are. We want the big cars. We want the fancy jewels. We want the big house. We want the yachts. But we also want the women. Think about it. Dan Bilzerian has a head that looks like a cue stick. And what is he always doing? He got a bunch of women surrounding his ass. Myron Gaines. I think Myron Gaines is a virgin. I'm going to say, I said what I said right now. Okay. I think Myron Gaines is a straight up virgin. I do. But what is it that we have? What kind of show when Fresh and Fit, why are there always women there? You're going to dog them anyway. Usually we have a conversation on physical attraction and emotional connection. We discussed, did you have to be physically attracted before becoming emotionally connected? Yes. Everybody does. Some people that's as far as they go. Me, I like making connections. I like making connections. Now, it might seem odd to some people, but it's not really that odd to me. I like making connections. I'm a connection kind of person. Again, I am a humanist, but sometimes humanity pisses me the hell off. It doesn't mean I don't like it. It just simply means that sometimes humanity pisses me the hell off. But I like connections. I like making connections with people. I still have ex-girlfriends I can still talk to. Hell, I was just talking to my ex-girlfriend yesterday for about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours yesterday. So I like making connections. But this idea that men have tried to push, especially with the Kevin Samuels, the Andrew Tates, the Myron Gaines, the Nick Fuentes, and these guys like this, they have tried to make it look like they are the prize. And you're not. I'm telling you right now, argue with your goddamn mama. You're not the prize. You're not. Because they made 10 of your damn model when they made your stupid ass. Do you think Myron Gaines is the first guy to ever go from fitness to a podcast? Nope. You think Andrew Tate is the first guy to ever smoke a cigar? Nope. No. Hell, they have pimps that do better shit than these idiots do, and they've been doing this shit since time immemorial. It's called the oldest profession, ladies and gentlemen. The oldest profession. And it would not move without women. But because we live in this time where women are now, because, like I said, a woman that comes into her own power is the most incredible thing possible. When a woman realizes she is more than the sum of what people have told her she is, it's almost like watching a phoenix rise from the ashes. It is. To watch a woman fully control every aspect of her life, to watch a woman fully embody everything that she's supposed to be, it is one of the most glorious things ever. it is problematic when a lot of women, they denigrate themselves to meet the standards of these mooks. Because I'm going to tell you something. Gentlemen, they have not made, I jokingly say the dick of death. I jokingly, but it's true. I mean, you can get, you ladies, you can meet the DOD. It's possible, okay? But to try to put a woman's body parts as her only selling point in order to make yourself rise, you're doing the game backwards. You are doing the game backwards. This is what, when I talk about the game, it's the art of seduction. The ways in which a man can get a woman interested in them. I told y'all, my particular degree in seduction was comedy. If I could make you laugh, I can make you think. If I can make you think, I make you make a connection. And yeah, there might be some sex involved, but at least I made a connection out of it. I still got people I have never slept with in my entire life that are still friends with me to this very day. Because the first thing I did was I made them laugh. It's like, this son bitch is funny. That was my seduction degree. You know, or like if you're gonna talk about it in like martial arts parlance, my particular, you know, not degree, but my what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Shit, I just had it and then it ran away. My particular discipline. That's it. You know, I practice seduction, discipline, comedy. You know what I mean? That's me, right? What I don't like and what I have not liked because of these mouth-breathing podcast, manosphere, red pill bitches is the fact that it seems like a lot of men want to jump the line. Everything that I had to learn from my particular discipline, which is comedy, and which is the art of my art of seduction, these some bitches want to walk right past that and just get to the ass. No, dog, you got to earn that shit. No. Into the O. Y'all remember Elliot Rodgers? Elliot Rodgers? The guy that killed all those girls in at that college in California? The one that they consider to be the incel king? That one? Here's the thing about Elliot Rodgers. You can't watch any of his videos now. They're gone. All them videos he put up are gone. You will not be able to find them, right? But his complaint was women weren't giving him the time of day. Women weren't giving him the affection and things that he felt like he deserved. What was his discipline? What was his seduction discipline? What was it? He never once said it. He talked about all the materialistic shit that he had, which I can talk about materialistic shit. And there are some disciplines within the art of seduction that involve materialistic shit. Car key guy. Car key guy is his discipline is a materialistic thing. I'm going to talk with my car keys. I bet you ain't never had sex in a Rolls Royce Phantom. That works. There was wallet guy. Wallet guy was the one that bought all the damn drinks. Every time he turned around, he was pulling money out of his pocket. Wallet guy, that was his discipline. Mine, again, was common. But Elliot Rodgers didn't have any of that. No materialistic, no car key, no wallet, nothing. His thing was, I exist, I have a dick, therefore you should give me some ass. Nobody would, no. That's jumping the goddamn line. That means you don't want the rejection. You don't. You don't want any of the goddamn rejection that comes with learning the discipline that you will use for seduction. You don't want any of that. Oh, God, I can't take it. Don't reject me. What are you talking about? Every man. Oh, okay. All the men watching this show, all the men listening to the show right now, raise your hand if you've ever been rejected. Just put your hand up. Just put your hand up. If you've ever been rejected, when you ask the woman out on a date, when you ask the woman out for drinks or something, if you've ever been rejected, put your hand up. You see, mine's up. You see, mine's up. You goddamn right I've been rejected. But unlike in the old days, when we had to go home and improve ourselves, incels wanted to jump all of that. They didn't want the rejection. They didn't want to learn from the rejection. They didn't want to ask hard questions about themselves. They didn't want to grow. They didn't want to mature. They just wanted all the benefits with none of the goddamn work. Even the wording, involuntarily celibate. No, bitch, you're not involuntarily celibate. You're a piece of shit. You want to get up, not wash your ass, not brush your teeth, not do nothing. Put on some dingy ass clothes, go outside with no prospects of anything. Walk up to a girl and expect her to give you quality ass. No, bitch, you got to get rejected just like every goddamn body else. Just like everybody else. But that is what incels have done. And again, my wife has a different mindset on this. She has a different thought process on this. It's different from me because I'm looking at it from the standpoint of, God damn it, I had to earn the place that I'm at right now. When I weighed 165 pounds, women wasn't checking for me. They wasn't. I told y'all I cut my hair in a high top fade, and Kid from Kid and Play made fun of my goddamn hair. Okay. So it was always trial and error. Every man has to go through trial and error. Every good man, I put it that way. Every good man has to go through trial and error. Like, I'll give you an example. Everybody, for all of y'all Yellowstone and Dutton Ranch fans, how many of y'all love y'all some Rip? How many of y'all love some Rip? Rip is just can't get enough of Rip. The hat, the sunglasses, the thing in his mouth. Y'all love y'all some Rip. Rip is just ripping. Where were y'all when he was just regular schmegler ass Cole Hauser, the actor? Where was there any of this Rip loving when he was Cole Hauser? Just regular schmegler ass Cole Hauser. You know, he was in that Fast and Furious movie that only had Paul Walker and Tyrese in it. He was the bad guy. Remember him? Exactly. Exactly my point. That is exactly my point. Cole Hauser has probably always been an attractive man. Hell, I don't know. I don't know. But I know he's been an actor for 20, 30 years. He was in one of my favorite films, Tears of the Sun. Still loved it. Loved him in Tears of the Sun. Loved him. In Tears of the Sun. But it wasn't until they put a cowboy hat on him, put him on a horse, let him grow his beard out, the mustache, and put the sunglasses on. Women were like, oh my God. Ah. That's a discipline. That is a discipline. A lot of men don't want to do that. They didn't want to grow up. Now, I'm bringing up the incel part of it because of this. I don't care if you have no game. I don't give a shit. I genuinely don't. But what I don't like is how America has platformed and given all this goddamn credence to these punk ass, never growing up ass pieces of shit men. I don't like that. I don't. You want to know what my biggest problem with incels are? People listen to them. You see, when I was growing up, in my horny days, in my horny as hell days, we were dogs. You didn't get a 2020 documentary on our ass. We were just horny dudes out there trying to sling dick all over the place. Oh, men ain't shit. Men are dogs, which a lot of them men are. Do not get me wrong. A lot of them are. We were man whores. We were wanting to bang everything that moved. We didn't get. There was no such thing as male horniness epidemic. We didn't get that shit. We never did. It was just men want pussy, and it was left alone. That was it. But incels are the reason Kamala Harris isn't president. Because, the Democrats aren't addressing the male loneliness epidemic. If you don't epidemically put my nuts in your goddamn mouth, if you don't epidemically put my balls on your chin, If you don't
could put my balls on a pita bread with some hummus and tahini and eat that to the face. You feel me? Mind your fucking business. Nobody asked you anything.
The biggest crock of shit thought process that has been going on in the United States over the past over 10 years is this idea of us all of a sudden having to talk to a bunch of men that cannot compete and giving them platforms and shit. What part of the game is this? What part of the game is it? What part? Now we are all being compared to these sumbitches. Nobody gave a shit when we was out there banging. Nobody gave a shit when we was trying to get women to come home with us. Consensually, I might add. Consensually. Let me go ahead and put that up there, because the other thing about these incel bitches is that they get a chance to say shit out loud in public and nobody stones them to death. Nobody stones them to death. Do you know what would have happened if back when I was running the streets trying to get some ass? Do you know what would have happened if I said some shit like, I'm going to rape you? Do you understand? I would have been put under a jail. They wouldn't have found my ass until I was stinking. You hear what I'm saying? But not now. Now we got to listen to them. Oh, why are you an incel? Bitch, you're an incel because you can't wash your ass. What is this? That's my issue with this shit right now. It's not the fact that these lonely bastards exist. They've been existing for forever. They have been existing forever. There's always been dudes that cannot keep up. There have always been dudes that didn't want to grow up. There's always been dudes that thought their dick was more important than every goddamn body else. The problem is now they got a spotlight. Myron Gaines in the 80s would have got his ass whooped. I said what I said. Myron Gaines would have got shot. And I mean that. Myron Gaines would have got shot in the face. That I'm not bullshit. You gonna talk about what a bitch gotta do? The bitch better go cook this, that, and the third? Andrew Tate right now is in jail for abusing women. This is not a secret. This is a known fact. He was doing this shit in the UK. He was doing this shit in Ukraine or wherever the hell he was. He was doing it in the United States. How the hell did he get here? How the hell did he get here? Why was he out here top G'ing any goddamn thing in the States? Bitch, do you understand? Andrew Tate would have got a drive-by if he had beat up somebody else's child. I'm not bullshit. And somebody stop me when I'm telling a lie. In the old days, Andrew Tate, y'all wouldn't have found Andrew Tate until he would have been in the Bacons like Chris and Snoop put him in there in The Wire. I'm not playing. There's no way in hell Megyn Kelly would not be interviewing Andrew Tate. Y'all be looking for Andrew Tate putting his ass on milk cartons. You did what to who? No. He'd have got shot. He would have got there. You beat up, hold on, because Andrew Tate was beating a white girl. Oh, no. Somebody white father would have shot his ass. In the old days, he would have. In the old days, Andrew Tate would have got rounds in his face. He'd have got, listen, it would have been. But in this newfangled days, Megyn Kelly interviews Andrew Tate. The fuck? Are you kidding me right now? We just gonna interview the perv. We're just gonna interview the woman abuser. We're just gonna interview him. We're just gonna put him on television. He's actually part of a conversation. But that's what incel nature has gotten us. Incels get more attention than any other decent type of man. Think about this for just a second. We've talked about the impetus for this entire Obsession movie being the conversation about the man versus the bear, right? Somebody heard that goddamn conversation and turned it into a movie. When women said that, A secured man that has never needed to cheat the game to get a woman. We didn't bat an eye. We was like, I mean, it makes sense. They're picking a bear. It makes sense. Who was it that had the biggest problem? The loneliest coconut oil nut smelling bastards on earth were the ones that had the biggest problem with it. In the days when I was growing up, the early 90s and early 90s, that conversation would have been deeper. Men would have been like, well, that's something really I need to think about it, man. Like, we would have had deep-ass conversations and shit. I mean, but incels get a chance to talk. Incels get a chance to go on podcasts. And which brings me to the movie Obsession. Obsession is an incel fantasy film. My deepest anger, the thing that bothers me and pisses me off so much about this fucking film is the fact that it is incel nature on celluloid. And much like incel nature, the incel won. The incel won. Think about this for just a second. Bear never earned Nikki's love. He never did. He never earned her love. He never showed any growth. He never showed any maturity. He did nothing but make a wish and get everything that he wanted. The incel won. I don't know if any of y'all remember when the movie Seven with Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt was in the movie theater. I don't know if any of y'all ever remember that. But I went on opening night. I was living with my father in Vegas when this happened. I said, I'm going to go see Seven. All right. So I go, and you can see, because this is opening night, a lot of people going. So you got a line of people going into the theater, and you got a line of people coming out. The line of people going in are all, yay, wow, we can't wait to see Brad Pitt. The people coming out look like war victims. Like, you know what I mean? They had this look in their faces like, you like, yo, man, did you go see? What'd you come see? Seven. How'd you like it? They could not put into words about this film. So I go in. And spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Seven, hey, whatever. Yeah. So I'm going, I go in, and spoiler alert, we get to the end. John Doe has set this entire elaborate ass thing up with the 7 deadly sins. But he needs wrath. He needs wrath. Right? He needs it. Now, he's done every horrible thing imaginable. He has confessed to this shit. In the back of the goddamn squad car, he's confessed to all of it. All of it. He signed a confession that he did all this shit. Says there's 2 more bodies left. Take him out. He's going to go out to this big-ass field. A box shows up. And we all know what happened.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Turned out it was Gwyneth Paltrow's head. But here's the thing. You see, in Christian religion, whatever the hell, if you take somebody's life, they go to heaven instantly. They're innocent, whatever. I don't know. I don't ask. I got nothing with the rule book. I don't know nothing about that. But he needed somebody to be wrath. He picked Brad Pitt. And Brad Pitt did what any other normal human being would do in that situation. Took John Doe's ass off the board. But what did Morgan Freeman say before he did it? David, if you kill this man, he will win. He will. He will never pay for his crimes. He wins. He gets off scot-free. But he had done something so heinous that Brad Pitt could not make the decision of watching him go to justice. He had to take justice into his own hand. He became wrath and took it out on John Doe. Obsession is the same way. It's an incel's wet dream. It is an incel's wet dream. I get to do all of this trifling ass shit. Yeah, I got to pay for it. Yeah, she's going to cook my dead cat. Yeah, that. And in the end, after I've gotten a chance to enjoy what I wanted, I don't have to pay for shit. I don't have to pay for shit. There's 2 bodies. 2 people are dead. This girl's life is fucked up forever. And I just get to take some pills. And I told y'all about Chris Benoit's ass. Again, not getting graphic on this show. I'm not going to tell y'all what he actually did. But when it came time for him to pay for said sins, well, let me put a towel around my neck. Here we go. It's incel fantasy porn. That's what it is. And it's dangerous. It is dangerous because it sets a precedent. It's bad enough that we give incels all of the whatever. We give them the attention. We give them the time. We give them the energy. We ask questions about it. But you're going to put this shit, you know what I mean? You're gonna put this shit, you put this out? Now, I don't know what Curry Barker was. I have no idea what Curry Barker was thinking. I don't. And quite frankly, I don't care. I don't. Because in the end, the bad guy won. In the end, the bad guy won. We have enough of that. Why do y'all think we have Donald Trump? It wasn't because Donald Trump had incredible ideas. He wasn't no magnanimous leader. He literally appealed to the same goddamn demographic of lonely. I'm going to tell you how this works. And I think we've talked about this on this show before. Steve Bannon saw Gamergate and saw all of the vitriol that a bunch of gamers had for women gamers and women game developers, right? Steve Bannon mobilized that. Mobilized. We're talking about men that are well over the age of 18. They're well within voting age. So he appealed to them. Steve Bannon bragged about it. He bragged about, this ain't some shit that I'm saying out loud, making up. He bragged about it. He mobilized that toxic Gamergate video game community into voters. They were his perfect foot soldiers. They were his perfect foot soldiers. You know what I mean? They were his perfect foot soldiers. These, his words, not mine. These misunderstood young men. No, they weren't misunderstood. They were the same racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, anti-Semitic, Islamophobic, transphobic, and ableist motherfuckers that have been around here for decades. Have any of y'all ever played video games in a video game chat room? Has anybody ever played video games in a video game chat room? I went in the Call of Duty chat room one time, and I'll never go back in that bitch again. I will never go back in that bitch again. Never. They throw around the word nigger the same way I'll throw around the word pause. They use like racist slurs and sexist slurs. Listen, Bear absolutely was. We got Tony Kennedy with a $2 super chat. Donations, gifts. Bear was a villain obsession. You goddamn right he was. But when I knew we were going to talk about this show, when I knew we was going to talk about this punk ass movie, So my wife and I watched the movie Saturday. And I'm texting Angry and Taz and Gambit about my hatred for this film. So the next day I went in and was going into YouTube videos discussing Obsession. And I'm looking at how many people are trying to turn Bear into the victim. Let me say this definitively right now. Bear was not the victim. Bear was the fucking villain of Obsession. There was no victimhood in that piece of shit. None of it. But again, it goes into that idea of incels, misunderstood. You know, some woman, forgot who she was, said that the left ignored the male loneliness epidemic, which goes to show you everything Steve Bannon did to get Donald Trump to the presidency in 2016 is still working. It's still working. We're still out here talking about male loneliness epidemic. No, there is no goddamn male loneliness epidemic. There isn't. There are a lot of men that refuse to grow up. I said what I said. There are a lot of men that refuse to grow up. A lot of them. It's not that they're lonely. It's the fact that they won't grow the fuck up. They just will not learn how to be a part of society. Now, am I saying that men don't go through struggles? Absolutely not. I know we do. I know we do. But here's the other aspect of it, and this is the part that hurts men. We don't talk about it. We don't. In this toxic sludge of a damn time, talking about your feelings makes you look weak. How many times have y'all seen a video where a guy says, I don't wash my ass because putting anything near my asshole is gay? Now, explain to me, what part of the male loneliness epidemic is that? How do you use your male loneliness epidemic goggles to justify that? And this ain't some shit that I got to make up. There are videos, but black men, white men, this, that, and the third, all saying the exact same thing. I don't wash my ass because to put a rag near my asshole is gay. What part of the male loneliness epidemic is that? Or does that sound like an immature ass man? Does that not sound like an immature man? Washing your booty hole is gay. That's not part of the male loneliness epidemic. It isn't. Neither is this idea of women having to have something to bring to the table. Some of these dudes are out here in vacant lots talking about what you bring to a table when you ain't even built a goddamn house for the table to go in the first place. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. It was these punk-ass gamers that Steve Bannon turned into an army. And that army got out. And even if they ass didn't go right into the voting booth, they were the ones that muddied up all the conversations starting in 2016. All of them. Because Steve Bannon had these guys believing that Donald Trump was this tough guy. And then Steve Bannon did everything he possibly could to make Donald Trump look like a tough guy. A tough guy uses locker room talk. Grab him by the pussy has never been uttered in any locker room I've ever been in. I'm telling you this shit right now. I'm telling you shit. Argue with your mom and don't argue with me. I've been in locker rooms my whole goddamn life. I have never once been in a locker room where a bunch of guys like, yo, what you gonna do this weekend? I'm gonna just go grab somebody by some pussy. What part of the game is that? Men were never allowed to mature and be more than hard dick and violent. American society damn sure wasn't going to let them do it. American society has never gotten past its idea of masculinity involving violence and stoicism. Like, for example, if I could dig John Wayne's bitch ass up, I would, just so I could stick my penis in his dead ass eye. I mean it. I mean it. I mean it. I mean it. We get the Rambos, the John Waynes, the Arnold Schwarzeneggers. But a guy like Tom Hanks, who has shown a range of emotion in film, he ain't manly enough. He ain't manly enough. And a lot of men today have gotten their ideals about men from television and movies. A lot of the reasons men go through the depressions that we go through, the anxieties that we go through, is because we never learned. We wasn't getting it at home. We were not getting it at home. Our fathers and uncles and shit, these were hard drinking, hard living ass men. They just died. You know, never cried. My father, our dog died in our house. Died. Just died in the damn den. Everybody in the house crying about my father. Yeah, I saw him. I am bawling my goddamn eyes out. Dog's dead. Because my father, this rough, rugged man, yeah, I saw that his dog was dead. Didn't shed one tear. And to be honest with you, I don't think I never saw my father cry. Never. I never once saw my father cry. But I've told y'all the story of the watch. The whole rationale behind my obsession with watches. I told y'all that. But a lot of men made their idea of what masculinity is from some shit you see on television. You know, on television or in a movie, a guy gets blown up or he's next to a bomb. He doesn't cry. He just keeps it moving. That's a goddamn lie. That is a goddamn lie. It's a lie. That is a lie. When you got your battle buddy right next to you and they die, you have emotions. You cry, you scream, you yell against God. That shit happens. But not in the movies. John Wayne never cried. And there's a lot of guys walking around here right now thinking that John Wayne is the epitome of masculinity. Since when? Since when? You mean a guy who smoked himself to death? A man who had sexist and racist and homophobic thought processes while he was alive? That dude? There's your pinnacle of masculinity. So imagine in 2020, in 2016, now, instead of us addressing the fact that we put these granite-like men on a statue in a place where, you know, real men don't cry and get emotional, blah. Now you got the guys that not only don't want to be emotional, but they want all the benefits of not being a grown-ass man. I mean, or being a grown-ass man. But they don't want to do any of the work. Now they think they should just get pussy just because they showed up. Up, you know I'm here. Give me some ass. Give me some ass. I should get some ass. I'm a guy. I should get some ass. I didn't get any. Elliot Rodgers. Throughout all of his little punk-ass videos, the only thing I could hear over and over is, I refuse to grow up. I refuse to grow up. I refuse to mature. I refuse to mature. I refuse to broaden how I approach life, not just for women's sake, but just for my own goddamn sake. He never grew up. He never grew up. He thought he should simply be able to get the affections and attentions of women by simply showing up. That is the granite-jawed, manly, masculine shit that has been condensed down and boiled down into this bullshit. And had Steve Bannon left these little rock trolls underneath rocks, we wouldn't have this problem. But he didn't. He unleashed them on the world. Every one of these jackasses, every single one of these men that talk about what a woman's place or, you know, traditional roles and shit like that, what they're doing is muddying the conversation. They're muddying it. And under any other normal circumstance, it happens all the time. Men are always doing this shit. But social media has made it easier for these men to do it. Now they do it for content, which, again, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but you don't put that shit in a goddamn film. You don't. I'm gonna push back on it just a little bit. The reason I can say it's all men is because I know our potential. Yes, I can say all men because I know our potential. Now, I think a lot of men need to do this. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Now, that's me. That is simply me. Hey, Sammy, get the fuck out. There you go, Sam. Sam, get the fuck out. Sam's over there in the Twitch stream. Hey, Sam, get the fuck out. You don't like the fact that I play a laugh track for myself? Get the fuck out. Here you go. Watch this. I'm going to laugh at you while you walk out the door. Get the fuck out. This is my show, dog. See, once again, Sam's another example. No, for real, I really want y'all to look at this. I want y'all to look at it. Does Sam bring anything to this conversation? No. Does Sam bring any salient argument to what he's hearing? Nope. Does he bring a counter argument? No. No. What does he bring? The same tired ass bullshit that we all have had to deal with for over 10 fucking years. Sensitive. Says the people that when women tell them no, they think about doing violence. No, I want Sam stand right there. Because you're going to be my example of what I'm talking about for the next hour and a half, buddy. I'm about to hurt your feelings, Sam. You probably should have decided today wasn't a day to bring your ass up in here. But since I was already talking about this shit, you're going to be my example. You're going to be my example. Sam should have been swallowed. Sam should not have been heard. Guys like Sam should have stayed under whatever rock they belong to. But no. In society today, we got to cater to these weak fucking men. These below average pieces of shit who want all the benefits that myself and other men have had to get by growing up, by failing, by standing up and learning how to be better. No. See, Sam guys like Sam, they want the shit without any of the fucking work. And see, there's a reason I hate these motherfuckers. There is a reason I hate them. And I don't mean, oh, I just dislike you for the day. No, I loathe the ground you hoes walk on. And I will tell you why. You don't get to bring your motherfucking ass into life and get all of the benefits without any of the fucking work. Everybody loves talking about pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. When are these lonely ass incel, no dick or no pussy getting sons of bitches gonna do the same fucking thing? How come nobody ever tells an incel, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, bitch? Go wash your ass. Maybe a woman will take care of you. No. We got to hear about it. Oh, it's a male loneliness epidemic. You ain't lonely enough for me. Sam, you're not lonely enough for me. You're not. You and the rest of you smelly Gamergate motherfuckers are not lonely enough for me. You're really not. In fact, I want y'all alone forever. I do. I hate you. And I don't say this, I don't say any of this as hyperbole. I don't say any of this because there's a camera on. I hate y'all in private. I hate you in public. Because I watch everything I had to earn when it came to relationships. Every fucking step I ever had to make as a man to grow up, to admit I have made fucking mistakes, to admit I have made bad choices, to admit that I have failed a lot, to shed tears, to grow the fuck up, to spend a whole lot of time alone, You motherfuckers want all of that gone just so you can get to the part where the women give you pussy. I loathe
Sam,
you bastard.
Sam, you don't have anybody seething and you want all of us locked up, but you came into this space to take screenshots to your two imaginary friends and your mother and father to go, oh, look what I've got going on. You are so pathetic that you had to come here. And I know that you desire to hear a woman's voice. So here you go. Just because your mother decided to show up to that date with your grandfather with a full stomach, knowing she was supposed to consume boneless children, does not mean that we have to play with somebody's dilapidated coitus coin. And since you think that you are superior, let me also remind you of this. You have allowed us control over you because you're here. You sought us out in our space. I don't want to live in the single cell, undecorated, smelly domicile that is betwixt your ears. And for you to sit here and say, hold on, because we don't want anything to be misconstrued. You prove the point. You are the incel. I'd rather hear a baby scream in my ear rather than any woman's voice. I hope you find the undead man of your dreams. I hope that you get chomped up by your Walking Dead crush expeditiously. I hope that 5 minutes behind the Piggly Wiggly was worth it for your mother.
Get him. Get him. Get him. 143402. I know what you're doing. 143402. I am so tired of you bastards. Like I really want y'all to know that. The reason I hate Obsession is the same reason I hate y'all. We're not supposed to celebrate you bitches. We're not. We're not supposed to celebrate you lonely ass men. We're not. We're supposed to ridicule you. We are. But Curry Baker thought it would be really fucking cool to make a damn movie out of y'all. No. Y'all, I walk around with a lot of anger inside of me that I do not let out. I remember, be safe, Mary, love you to death, kiss that husband, kiss that kid for me. Do y'all remember the movie was, hey, you know what's against incels? You. In Philly. Philly? Oh, my bad. Oh shit, my bad. That's Merv. My bad. Listen, Merv is on it. Merv is on it. Of course you don't fight, you incel bitch. And that's exactly my point. That is exactly my point. When you platform incel, you are spreading their fucking ideology. You are. Oh, hold on. Oh, I got one for that one. Oh, I got one for that one.
Because Abdullah Said
you didn't think I
is an Islamist sympathetic.
You didn't think I wasn't ready, what did you? Huh?
I told you.
Benny.
Here we go.
Bring me everyone.
Be safe, Shab.
Everyone!
Be safe, Shab. Love you to death, brother. Be out there. Be safe on them streets, man. Men created these bastards. Men platformed them. Men made fertile soil. Why is Nick Fuentes even being talked to? Why? Can somebody explain to me? Can somebody explain to me what is salient about Nick Fuentes? What salient information or salient conversation can Nick Fuentes bring to anybody's life? Why is that man talked to? Why? Somebody explain to me. Why? 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 Here's another one. The king of the incels, even though he had a wife and kids. Charlie Kirk. about this. Just think about this for just a second. Think about it for just a second. If we were talking about a merit-based society, if America was truly a meritocracy, where would Charlie Kirk fall? What merits could Charlie Kirk ever bring up? What merits? College education? No. Military career? Nope. None at all. None. But he had an opinion that he thought everybody needed to hear. And then people platformed him. And then when he got popped in the neck in the whitest state in the union at one of the whitest colleges in America, they tried to blame BLM and Antifa. They martyrized, they made that man a martyr when literally under any other normal circumstance, his mediocre ass would have shut the fuck up and been sitting down some damn where. But that is the society we live in. That is the society we live in now. Mediocrity sells. I don't know why, but it does. And I'm not just talking about mediocrity in politics, because Mark Wayne Mullen was a goddamn plumber. Now he's the head of the Department of Homeland Security. If we as men did what needed, there'd be no Nick Fuentes, Donald Trump, etc. We'd have connected privilege. The problem is, when it comes time for men to actually do shit like we're supposed to, we don't. We don't. We do not. Men drop the ball on a regular basis. We do. We do. Charlie Kirk went to colleges to debate college students because grown adults was whooping his ass. He lost his goddamn cool when Cenk Uygur went after him. Lost his cool. And that's Charlie Kirk. In the light of adulthood, Charlie Kirk cannot handle a conversation from anybody. Anybody. But on a college campus, on college campuses, he was the man. And then when he dies, you got people like Ezra Klein talking about he did politics the right way. No, he didn't. No, because he was not having debates with people of his same stature. He wasn't even having debates with people of his same goddamn age. He was having debates with college students that are just now trying to form their own opinion about the goddamn world. And then the bullshit organization that he started, Turning Point USA, now they got chapters in high schools to spread the same shitty-ass ideology that he had. It's not that Obsession exists, or it's not that Obsession is a movie. It's the fact that Obsession exists. We are literally platforming shitty, weak-ass, mediocre men. That's why I hate this goddamn film. That's why I hate this goddamn film. That's why. It ain't even the fact that I am a practitioner of the art of seduction. That goes beyond that. It's not even the fact that I can actually hold a conversation with a woman and make her and get her attracted to me. It's not even that. It's the fact that all these men who are doing the hard work of becoming better men, we are being pushed to the side so that we can listen to some of these lonely, dry dick bitches. Nobody. I'm going to use Michael Pruitt. I always use Michael Pruitt. I use Michael Pruitt a lot, but Michael Pruitt knows I love him. He knows that. Right? Michael Pruitt would have a better story about perseverance and diversity and love than Charlie Kirk would. But do you think they're going to put Michael Pruitt on television? Nope. No. Here's this big burly white man. Everybody keeps wanting to reach, we're going to talk to the white man. Okay, here's a white man for you. A white man that lives in Kentucky, lives the struggle, understands poverty. This is the man you listen to. That's the man you listen to. Because Michael Pruitt's story is the story of a lot of Americans. A lot of them. And you can't look at him and go, well, you know, he sips lattes and he drives Priuses and blah, blah, blah. No. That's a hard-working truck driver, man. That's a man who rides Harleys and shit like that. But he has a story that needs to be heard. But do you think America's going to listen to him? No. Now, if he put on a MAGA hat and talked about a woman's places in the kitchen, in the bedroom, he'd be all over television. Because now that's what news and entertainment look for, the lowest common denominator man. And then they give him a big-ass spotlight. And then the rest of us who are not like that, we all have to sit and watch. We all got to sit and watch and listen as these whiny-ass goddamn men that have never done anything in their damn life, never worked a hard day, and are still complaining about shit, they suck up all the oxygen in the room. And I'm sorry, it's on both sides of the political aisle. I said what I said. Because Chatty Matty in back in the day would have been, bitch, if you don't sit your little ass down, what do you have to say that anybody needs to hear, boy? No, it's burn it down. It's burn it down. Hold on, let me go dig out Karl Marx and Lenin. They had good ideas, yeah, and they're also dead. Dead. Hassan Piker is a multimillionaire who can go to an event dressed up in a Chairman Mao outfit, and he sucks up all of the oxygen in the room. Meanwhile, there are people who have good ideas involving socialism. They don't get heard. They don't get heard. And it would be one thing if Hassan Piker was standing up there with that Chairman Mao outfit and nobody gave a shit. It's another thing when people like Abdul Al-Sayed are listening to them bastards. We have literally outsourced and have mainstreamed mediocrity. We've mainstreamed it. How the hell is it that I'm controversial, but if you heard the same shit coming out of, I don't know, Corn Pop's mouth, it wouldn't be? How? I come with years of experience. But my voice will never get heard that way. Hell, the existence of Ghost Claw Productions Radio is because of it. Social media is not a place for intelligent conversations. I was on a damn live panel. I was on Jasmine's live panel yesterday. And this guy, you could smell the incel on him. Like you could smell it, like it was like new car smell, like new car incel smell. Like, I smell some incel in this building. Smell a mad incelish. I smell some incel. But he was out there saying some old outlandishly goofy shit, right? And was getting away with it. Getting away with it. Just getting away with it. We have turned the weakness of some men into content. And it draws the masses. The problem is the masses are not being served by this. Because when you platform a Charlie Kirk or when you platform a Hassan Piker, you're not listening to a Michael Pruitt. Charlie Kirk, multimillionaire. Hassan Piker, multimillionaire. They can do all kinds of clown shit. Meanwhile, Michael Pruitt has to go to work. His story never gets heard. It never, ever, ever gets heard. Thank you. He was there, old QAnon cat. He believed in QAnon shit. So when you come to, and again, all of this is shaped and framed around the movie Obsession. Because when I went and I was looking on YouTube for looking at clips of this movie, there were men and women in the chat trying to make Bear out to be a victim. Bear's the victim. Never mind all the damage that Bear did. No, Bear's the victim. It's almost like it's complete now. But here's a question I have. What does that say about us? What does that say about us as a society? What does it say about us as a society? Obsession is no different than Jake Lang. I said what I said. The movie Obsession, the totality of the movie Obsession is no different than Jake Lang. No different. Jake Lang gets to go out and be in his, as insulting as he wants to be. He can be as homophobic and xenophobic as he wants to be. He can just be Islamophobic as he wants to be. But if you react, i.e., let me punch you in your motherfucking face, let me beat your ass, let me grab you up, hem you up, and knock you the hell out, all of a sudden those of us who are reacting to the shit, we're wrong. And then there'll be some news organization or Megyn Kelly going, look at what they did to Jake Lang for expressing his First Amendment rights. You have the First Amendment right to say whatever you want to, and the government can't stop you from saying it. You do not, however, have the First Amendment right to go to Dearborn, Michigan, which is a majority Muslim country, a majority Muslim city, talk about unleashing pigs and burning Qurans and slapping them with bacon without somebody beating your motherfucking ass. What are you talking about? You deserve to get your head kicked in. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. But that's how it is. Incels have a right to talk. No, they don't. No, they don't. When incels talk, this is what you get.
Like you pump yourself full of birth control and then you have sex with your wife and like there's no purpose there except just pleasure. That's the only purpose.
Should people
pleasure.
who are born like infertile have sex?
It depends. Listen, I am pro like people committing to celibacy for the rest of their life. I am pro like that. And if that was something that they couldn't have babies, I believe that they should have that choice there.
Well, they have the choice.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, is that what you believe is correct? Infertile people, no sex for you.
I think that it's crazy. Infertile people don't think, I don't see anybody really saying that, hey, I'm infertile, so I'm going to be celibate for the rest of my life. I'm not.
Now, what can somebody explain to me? If you're, let's say you and a couple of friends, y'all are all having this big debate about sex and sexuality and shit like that, and somebody that talks like that sat down, what would you think about them? If somebody who sounds just like this said exactly the same shit, showed up in your damn friend group to talk about sex and sexuality, what would you think? Would you or would you not want that person gone? Would you or would you not want that person gone? But we give them platforms. We give them platforms. Incel conversations also stop justice. I'm going to say this one more time. Maybe y'all ain't hear me. Incel conversations also stop justice. Right now, and you can look this up. I'm not making this up. You can look it up. Right now, there is legislative battles that people are fighting to do everything they possibly can to lower the age of consent. It's happening all over America. All over America. Men are out here trying to lower the age of consent. They're doing everything they possibly fucking can to legislate their way into being able to sleep with children. This is the guy. I'm not making this up. I am not making any of this shit up. I'm not. I don't have to. Go look at it. Taz will watch Taz go and get y'all some news stories about this shit. There are men who are fighting in legislations or in legislators all over the United States right now, trying to find loopholes and lawyer up ways to screw children. Age of consent laws. They're trying to change them. Look it up. And do you think this is because a bunch of teenagers want to get married? No. Do you think it's because all of a sudden we want to treat 14 and 15-year-olds like adults and give them adult responsibilities? No. It's so that old men can fuck young girls and get away with it. Because that's the part about incelness that nobody likes talking about. That's the part of incelness that nobody likes talking about. Nobody. That's the uncomfortable part of incelness. The fact that with that incel nature comes the idea that women, whether it's body count, having kids, infertile, unable to have children, whatever it is, they're used. They can't be broken. They're like Broncos that have never been broken. But if you get them young enough, if you get them young enough, and it's not just men, We talked about this yesterday. How is it that a female teacher can screw 3 of her damn 6th grade people in her class, and we get a chance to hear her goddamn side of the story instead of hearing that bitch go through a wood chipper? Not just men, ladies and gentlemen. It's women too. It's women too. It's women too. How many women got kids and when like little sons, and when your sons were young, like they were toddlers and kids or whatever, they told them they were going to be a heartbreaker and the girls they're going to have to fight the girls off of them. This was a child they were talking about. Remember that. Like I said, not just men, it's women too. Women too. But there are people running around the United States trying to change the consent laws, the age of consent laws right now. That's incel bullshit. Because that used to be some shit that you couldn't say out loud. If you brought that up in a conversation, somebody was gonna put a hole in your face. I will tell you why. When you ask men what do they do, I'll tell you why you get cram-bone. Because a lot of men benefited from it, my friend. Why change what works? Now, I know you and I, one thing. We're not thinking in those terms. We're not. We don't think like that. But a lot of men think, oh, shit works for me. Benefits for me. Our children are no longer safe. Our children are I'm going to say it again. Our children are no longer safe. Our kids are no longer safe. Male, female, it doesn't matter. Our kids are no longer safe because there's somebody somewhere who got their ass up this morning, put on a nice suit, picked up their briefcase, and are now going to somebody's state house to lobby to have the child bride age lowered today, right now, while this show's been going on. And people will want to talk to them. Well, why do you want to do it? Well, why do you want to do it? Why are you talking to them? Why are you talking to them? Why are you even bringing it up? Why would that even be something that you would think? It is because we are going to celebrate the lowest common denominator man, regardless of whether or not it hurts society as a whole. And if you don't believe me, the Justice Department right now is sitting on thousands of files from one of the most prolific child sexual abusers in human history. And we don't know who's on it. We don't. There are people that are running cover for these disgusting ass men and women. Obsession is bad, not just because it's of the movie, but because of what the movie represents. It's basically saying you can do whatever you want and just die at the end, and your consequences never come to you, but it does come to the victim. Now, don't it? It comes to the victim, don't it? Because as shitty as Nikki is, as shitty as Nikki and Star and Ian and Bear are, Bear never paid for his crime. He pulled off the John Doe. He pulled off John Doe. He died. He won. Nikki will have to spend the rest of her goddamn life in prison. You see, that right there is that incel mentality. I want to do everything I want to do, but somebody else will want to pay for it. They want to have sex with a 14-year-old, but they don't want to do the time when they're busted. So what do? Change the laws. They changed the laws. And this isn't a new phenomenon. He just talked about it. Britney Spears in a schoolgirl outfit. You know, one of the most infamous cases, JonBenet Ramsey. JonBenet Ramsey. We still don't know what happened to that little girl. We don't. We don't know who did it. We don't know why. She's just dead. But then you look at those glamour shots they was making of that child. Like, why do they still have child pageants? I will never understand. I don't understand that shit. Ashley, trust me, you don't want to watch this film. Why do we still have child pageants? Where they gussy up little girls to look like grown-ass women. Why do we do that? Why? Whose gaze is that for? Whose? It's like Donald Trump owned the Team Miss USA pageant. And then he bragged about being able to go in and look at the models. The models were kids. And we just, but Hillary Clinton's emails, are you kidding me? We, as a society, and this is the part that I've been reluctant to say, but it is the part that literally is the pit of my anger. We normalized it. We normalized it. This is normal now. This is normal now. This is normal. It is the reason why when they had the man versus bear conversation, there were so many goddamn incel-ass men who got in their feelings because it's normalized now. Now we have to, oh my goodness, we can't have this conversation with men and women. No, we've got to hear from the group of citizens who shouldn't be talking to us in the first place, and nobody should give a shit about their goddamn opinion. The incel. The person that, you know what I mean? The person that has never grown up. As men, we don't chin check these guys anymore. We don't. We have all taken a blind eye to this shit. We have. I haven't. And I think that's one of the reasons I'm not bigger on social media. Because I'm not playing to these people. I'm not. I am in no way, shape, form, or fashion making an excuse for an incel. Ever. Ever. I cannot stand just Pearly things because that's what the bitch does. She makes excuses for men to never grow the fuck up. I will never give an incel half of a goddamn argument. Kiss my ass. You starting off from fuck you. That's where you're starting at. That's where you're starting at. And things like the Fresh and Fit podcast. The manosphere. We have a name for it. What was the name? Justin Theroux. I think that's his name. The documentarian. He does a documentary about the manosphere. Why? The fuck you need to go down there for? For what? So I can hear cardiovascular tell me that he has put so many drugs and shit in his system that his dick doesn't work and the boy ain't even 21? But he can smash himself in the face with a goddamn hammer? Why does that need to be part of any conversation? Why? Why the hell is it that I've got to listen as Andrew Tate tells men almost anything having to do with a normal, healthy relationship is gay? Fuck, I need to listen to that son of a bitch for. I've been with the same woman for over 20 goddamn years. You're not about to sit up and tell me because I have a happy relationship, I'm gay. Kiss my ass. But no, Andrew Tate said it. You gotta platform it. And again, it's one thing when you let them speak in microphones. It's one thing when you put them on celluloid in a movie theater. It's another thing when they start changing law. When they start changing laws, our young girls and our young boys are not safe. There's another part of this too.
Ray Ray is stressed.
There's another part of this. And it's a part I don't like even talking about. It's this.
At approximately 8:50 a.m., our officers received a 911 call from a male individual who stated that he had killed his entire family and he was getting ready to kill himself. Fortunately, officers were in the area working another incident and responded pretty much immediately. First officer on scene was approaching the house when they heard a single gunshot. At that point, they retreated. There was no other indication of any other loss of life, and so standard protocol was to set up a perimeter and start working the incident as a barricade situation. There inside, they located 6 individuals deceased. Of those 6, included 1 male suspect, 1 female resident, and a total of 4 children, ages 3 to 9.
So recapping, if you're just joining us, what we're learning, again, this all happening in the town of Winfield. We know 6 people are dead. That includes the suspect. And here's a list of the suspect and the 5 other victims. It is a family. It was around 8:50 this morning, a 911 call came in from the suspect saying he had killed his entire family and that he was going to kill himself as well. The names there, you see the adult victim, one of them, Kelly George, a 44-year-old, and then all the children. That includes Carol Williams, Ronald Williams Jr., Sarah Williams, Kelly McGee Williams, and you can see the ages there from 3 to 9. The oldest 9, a 7-year-old boy, a 5-year-old little girl, and another 3-year-old little girl.
There is the murdering of their families. I know this is not a new thing. I know the only reason we know about it is because of social media and because media is now a 24/7 different thing, but it still doesn't make what happened any less heinous. Men are going home and killing their families, shooting their wives, shooting their children, and pouring a gun on themselves. There's so many of them that has been happening that if you went in and Googled, you were looking for one particular one, you'd find a bunch more. You'd find ones you didn't even realize actually happened. Now, there's a whole bunch of people that will say, oh, well, we got to talk about the male loneliness epidemic. That's the reason they're doing it. No. It is the proliferation of guns in the United States. It is the proliferation of centering weak men and making their, weakness a selling point. A well-adjusted man, even if you're fighting with your wife or fighting with your kids, you're just going to leave. Me and my wife have a fight. I'm going to just walk my ass out here and come into this shit. Calm myself down, go back inside. I don't need to eradicate my entire family. It's not enough that these men want to take themselves out the picture, but they take their families with them. We platform a bunch of insecure, possessive men. And this story is just going to fade off into the ether. But we don't talk about it. Not in any meaningful way. Not in a way that actually gets to the root of the problem. And yes, economics is a part of it. And yes, lack of being able to take care of shit is a problem. But so is guns. When you see a guy putting all of this bullshit onto a gun, what you're looking at is a man who has made owning a gun the only personality trait that he has. I own a weapon, but I don't need to go around bragging about it. I own a weapon, and that's the end of it. But you put these weak-ass, punk-ass men together with this overabundance of weapons and manosphere bullshit, you end up with men that will take out their entire family. Going back to the movie Obsession. Bear's one bullshit wish affected his entire friend group. The entire friend group. His insecurities affected everybody around him. Everybody. His insecurities and his lack of being able to do something better than becoming something better than he was affected everyone in his friend group. But we celebrate that. How much money did Obsession make in the movie theaters? If I'm not mistaken, weren't people bragging about this? A guy from YouTube made a movie for like $2 million and it grossed something like, I don't know, 150 million or some shit. Weren't they bragging about that, Taz? Weren't they bragging about the guy from YouTube made a better movie than the people than Supergirl or some shit like that? Supergirl, a movie about empowering young ladies, about finding where you belong, about finding out where you belong. That movie supposedly, quote unquote, flopped. Obsession. It was made for $788,000. It grossed $488.1 million. Supergirl was bad. According to the critics, it was badly written. You mean the story of a young lady with superpowers that finds out where her place it belongs in society? Oh, that was bad. But let's go watch the movie about a weak-ass man and his inability to grow the fuck up. That's a hit. We need more of that. The next film in this One Wish Willow cinematic universe is supposed to be about how a family has this really leftist kind of kid. They wish he was more, and he ends up turning into a right-wing dickhead. And guess what? The entire family is Asian. Oh my God! Is this the shit we need on television right now? Is this the shit that we need in this American society right now? How young men are radicalized. I don't need to hear that shit. I got to deal with that shit on TikTok every fucking day. Why do I need that on movies? Basically, the next movie in this cinematic universe is, oh, how do you make a troll? Indoctrination through media at its finest. There you go. And Curry Baker's making another one. How do you make an internet troll? That's all it should be. That's the name of the movie. It should be called How Do You Make an Internet Troll? This is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. I'm a spoiler into that movie just for shits and giggles. The kid that they made the wish would turn into something different ends up calling ICE on his mother and father. Again, they're Asian Americans. He calls ICE on them. He goes from being a slacker leftist to this goddamn damn near Proud Boy. Guy, I'm spoiling it and I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Thank you, E. TikTok the movie. TikTok the goddamn movie. What's next on this massive One Wish Willow cinematic universe? A guy who believes in consent, you make a wish and all of a sudden you're a fucking rapist? Is that what the fuck it is? Or a man who is just a faithful steward of God. Somebody makes a wish and all of a sudden he's a massive pedophile. Who the fuck needs this? Who needs this shit? Obviously, the masses do. Because the girl empowerment movie featuring the Superman symbol, that's a flop. It's woke bullshit. I wish I could show the trailer for Run, Hide, Fight, Infidel. Just so y'all get a chance to see it. Just so that you get a chance to see it. I wish I could show it. I wish the hell I could show it. Because the first line out of Jonathan Major's mouth is something about Islam and the Islamic terrorists and blah, blah, blah. Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire put out a movie basically affirming incel thought process. Islam is coming to take over with Sharia, whatever the fuck. I am angry because now this is normal. Why? Why did that movie make $488.1 million? Why? For what? And yeah, the critics will say, well, it's a good movie. No, it's not. It isn't. Because the premise itself is based on incel bullshit. Manosphere fuckery. That's what it's based on. That's what it is based on. Run, Hide, Fight, Infidel is incel, uneducated bullshit. Citizen Vigilante. Uwe Boll puts out this hard right-wing fucking dumbass movie where the white guy gets to go and just shoot people because he feels like he's a vigilante and people love him. Is that not what all weak-ass men want to do? Why do you think they keep talking about a fucking civil war? Oh, we got to get ready for the race war. Anybody else thinking about that shit? Nobody else is thinking about that. But this is what American society has degenerated to. Exactly, Candy Poo. Sound of freedom type bullshit. This is what American discourse has degenerated to. And I'm sorry, E, you know this to be true. It has spread. Put a Cockney accent on Bear and put it in the flats of East London. It's the same fucking movie. Bear is no different than Tommy Robinson. Run, Hide, Fight, Infidel, if it had a stiff British accent, could be the Nigel Farage story. It's spreading. You have tired-ass people on TikTok that have 5,000 fucking accounts and still haven't learned how to wash their ass just so that they can sexually harass women. I know, let's give them a movie. Not giving them an ass whooping. No, give them a movie. Give them a TV show. Citizen vigilante is nothing more than white man wish fulfillment. Run, hide, fight, infidel is nothing more than white Christian nationalist wish fulfillment. It's a dirty fantasy. That's what it is. And again, if this shit was simply by itself, nobody saw it, nobody cared about it, I really wouldn't give a fuck. But it's the fact that it's mainstream now. It's mainstream now. How many women have had to deal with some sort of sexual harassment from a troll with an anonymous account on one of your social media platforms? Just raise your hand. Just raise your hand. But what if the vigilante was black and a USMC infantry officer fighting white Christian nationalism? It would never get made. It'd never get made. It would never get made. It would never get made. You see, in incel thought, the white guy who can't get laid, he's the victim. Citizen vigilante wouldn't work if it was a black guy. Then he'd just be a thug. Christopher Dormer, if you think I'm making that up, he'd just be a thug. Just be a thug. If we had an incel movie with a woman that made a wish and got exactly what she wanted, oh my God, that's unrealistic. How dare she turn that young man into a victim? They would still find a way to make the man the victim. The woman would be the bad guy. We wouldn't even be talking about that movie. Would have been made for $788,000. It would have been lucky if it made $1 million. It would be lucky if it made $1 million. You can't have a run, hide, fight Christian nationalist movie where a bunch of Christian nationalists show up on a college campus with Nazi flags and shit, and a group of left-leaning liberal students who are all veterans of the United States military take them on. You ain't gonna see that fucking film. That shit will never get made. It will never get made. It will never get made. You can't have a movie where your son is a goddamn right-wing Proud Boy and you make a wish and he turns into a far-left activist like Dave the Viking. That shit will never get made. Because American society and society as a whole around the world doesn't want to watch that film. They don't. You see, being on the right side of history means that you're not going to get celebrated. Ever. I know I'm about to toot my own horn, but goddamn it, I can. The concept of a villain is knowing this. It is knowing, walking your ass in the door, you ain't going to be the hero of the story. You might want the right thing for all people, but ain't nobody celebrating your ass. Ain't nobody celebrating you. You are not going to get celebrated. You are not going to walk into the door and walk out and people go, yo, man, I'm so glad you did that. Bruh, to walk the path of a villain in 2026 means your ass is going to be the villain, period. Ain't nobody going to like
coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Exactly. Thank you, Samantha. Remember the movie Adolescence or the TV show Adolescence? That was one of the best and most harrowing fucking TV shows I've ever seen. If you have Netflix and have never watched Adolescence, I implore you to do so. There are 4 episodes, and it's all one shot. Meaning there are no camera cuts. It is just one camera, one continuous shot for the entire episode. If you've never seen Adolescence, do yourself a favor and watch it. Do yourself a favor and watch it. It is heartbreaking. Stephen Graham earned that fucking Emmy. I said what the F I said. Stephen Graham earned every ounce of that Emmy. And why? Because Stephen Graham played the sort of father that I am right now. Did I make this? Did I do something to turn this child into this? Did you out here you literally sit there and question yourself, did I do something? Did I say something? Did Did I raise them the right way? Did I raise them the wrong way? Was it something that I put out into the world that made my child end up like this? You see, that is the cost. We never get a chance to see what Nikki has to go through after Bear kills himself. It just ends. Bear lies in her lap, dead. Star's brains are bashed in another room. And Ian is dead on the front porch with $1 billion at his house. We never see the cost. We never, ever see the cost. Andrew Tate tells you what you should do with a woman, but he never shows you the cost of what happens when you do that to a woman. Somebody stop me when I'm telling a lie. Somebody stop me when I'm telling a lie. The beauty of adolescence is because you get to see what those costs are. How the actions of one affect everyone around them. When I said Stephen Graham earned every goddamn bit of that Emmy, he did. I felt I wanted to cry for this man. I did. He's just a father. A hardworking dad that just wants to raise kids to be good people. And then this thing happened. And he's got to watch as his son is accused of something. And then you get a chance to see what's on the inside of that child's mind. And guess what, kids? The manosphere is right in the middle of it. And here's Stephen Graham going, did I do this? The cop that is investigating the crime is asking himself, am I doing this to my child? Real world consequences. Bear dies. We don't know what the hell happens to Nikki D. Whoop. There you go. Quick and tidy. No cost. No cost. No cost of people going around trying to change the age of consent. We don't get to see that. We don't get to see that. We don't see what it costs the children that will be subjected to this shit. We don't. Because, yeah, a bunch of white men in suits can try to get the legislation changed. And then they change it. But what about the kids? What about the little girl that now, for her 14th birthday, she gets a 44-year-old husband who's trying to put babies in her? What's the cost? What's the cost? Elliot Rodgers showed us what the cost was. Because he felt inadequate, because he never tried to grow up, never tried to turn himself into anything other than this, I'm a lonely guy, I deserve pussy because I'm a good-looking dude. We never see what the cost was. Or he doesn't, because he shoots himself. The cost is everybody that had to live after that. The cost is everybody that had to live after that. The guy that did the Las Vegas shooting, he shot himself. He didn't see the 59 people that he killed or the 100 and something odd people he injured. He ain't got to see that. He ain't got to pay that cost. Ain't his. That is the problem. Nick Fuentes will never know the cost of the shit that he puts out in the world. The reason I will never forgive Kanye West ever in this life or the next is because Kanye didn't get a chance to see the cost. He didn't. These anonymous trolls that you see showing up in people's videos and shit like that, they don't get the chance to see the cost. Obsession leaves off the cost. That's why I don't like it. That's exactly why the fuck I don't like it. That's the reason I hate that fucking film with everything in me. Citizen Vigilante. He doesn't pay the cost. He's not trapped at the end and had a bullet put in his fucking face. No. He gets to walk off in the sunset, jacket blowing in the wind. It's the reason Armie Hammer, who was already a toxic motherfucker to begin with, it is already the reason Armie Hammer is like, I don't like this film. This is not the film that I filmed. I don't like nothing about it. Run, hide, fight, infidel. Yeah, that's great. Woohoo! Yeah. What's the cost? What's the cost of believing that every Muslim is trying to do Sharia law and terrorism? You know, Jake Lang will never pay the cost for having a nigger party. I'm going to say that again because you need to hear. Jake Lang, who on August 22nd in Minneapolis, Minnesota is having something called a nigger party. Go look it up. It is true. Will never pay the cost for that. The natural cost would be somebody find him and beat the shit out of him. But he will never do it. And if it did happen, he'll get sympathy. He'll get a GoFundMe. Shiloh Hendricks called a young black kid a nigger. She got over almost $1 million damn bucks. For what? For what? What was the cost? What about the people that were hurt? What about them? What about them? What about them? The problem I have with obsession is the same problem I have with every incel walking around on the face of the earth today. You don't pay the cost for it. You don't. You get to walk away free. You get to walk around like life is great. You get to act as though nothing happened. You get to say and do these goddamn things and never have to pay for them. You see, when I was growing up, if you said something out of pocket, the cost was you got your ass whooped. They call it cancel. They call it cancel. They ain't even getting that. They ain't even getting that. Jeffrey, I'm going to tell y'all, Jeffrey Epstein still has supporters. Jeffrey Epstein still has supporters. Jeffrey Epstein took himself off the census. He never paid the cost. He never paid the cost. Ghislaine Maxwell is sitting in a minimum security facility. When she was the mastermind, according to Taz, she was the mastermind. She was the Kaiser Soze behind all of it. She never paid the cost. Have y'all looked at those victims? There's a picture, Taz, I hope you can find it, of Pam Bondi testifying. And behind her stands all of these Jeffrey Epstein victims with their hands up. She didn't even turn around to look at them. She didn't even turn around to look at them. Because Pam Bondi knows for a goddamn fact she's never going to pay the cost. She's never going to pay the cost. Ever. She never has to worry about paying the cost. Donald Trump will never pay the cost. Donald Trump knows for a fact what he did. He knows. He knows. He knows. Even with that tapioca for brains, he knows. He knows exactly what he did. He knows exactly what he did. He knows exactly when he did it. He knows exactly how he did it. And he knows exactly who he did it with. Donald Trump will die and never pay the cost. Donald Trump will die and never pay the cost. The cost is accountability. The cost is responsibility. He'll never pay it. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. I want you to take a very good look at this picture. Taz, blow it up for me, please. You can put me off to the side. I don't care. Look at that. That was the former attorney general. And look at the people behind her. Just look at the people behind her. These are Jeffrey Epstein victims. She didn't even turn around. The cost is accountability, responsibility, addressing the grievance, addressing the hurt, addressing the pain, looking your victims in the face and saying, I was wrong. I've said on the show many a time, I am a misogynist. Not the drugging type, not the rape type, none of that. No, I was a philanderer. I slept around. I cheated. Yes, I did. I'm looking y'all in the camera right now and acknowledging it. I'm acknowledging it. And I know that if somebody got mad, if somebody was upset about it, I would have to pay the cost. That is me owning up to it, being prepared. If somebody doesn't want to speak to me again, or wants to yell at me, or wants to get mad at me, fine. That is something I deserve. Incels don't get that. They don't pay the cost. They don't pay the cost. Instead, they get platformed. Doug Wilson is the preacher that Pete Hegseth has quoted and tweeted about. He's the preacher that Pete Hegseth brought in to talk to military personnel. Doug Wilson once said that he was the preacher to pedophiles. I don't have to make the shit up. The man said it. I ain't got to make it up. He said it. I do not have to make it up. The man said it himself. That came out of his mouth. Hold on. I got you. I got you. He let that shit come out of his mouth. Do you know why we're sitting around fighting with people talking about reverse racism? Because they can say that shit and there's never any consequences for it. None. None. No consequence whatsoever. You can say that uneducated ass bullshit and nobody will check you on it. Let me see if I can find it. But that came out of that man's mouth.
I don't think we need.
Wasn't me, it was him. Here's one. I got one for you. Trump's religious advisor has been released from jail just 6 months after pleading guilty to raping a 12-year-old. He didn't pay the cost. He didn't pay the cost. The cost is always burdened on the people that are left. I hate obsession because obsession ended with no one except Nikki paying the cost. It was a good time for Bear. And then he just, I'm going to pop some pills. I'm going to go die. When you off your entire family and then shoot yourself in the head, you didn't pay the cost. You got away with it. You didn't pay the cost. You took the life of your wife and your kids and your grandkids and shit like that. You don't pay the cost. You don't pay the cost. What the hell is it do you think every single time there's a mass shooter, there's always a manifesto? What do you think that manifesto's for? Because they know they ain't about to pay the cost, but they get a chance to tell you exactly what's on their mind. Let me tell you, I've got a 2,500-page manifesto, and I don't like niggers, and I don't like Jews, and I think gays and trans are trying to screw me over, and blah, blah, blah. Let me go and off up an entire goddamn Walmart. Oh, by the way, I'm too fucking pussy to take the damn time. Let me pop myself in the head. You don't pay the cost. That's why I hate that film. That's why I hate that film with everything in me. I will not watch Obsession again, even if you paid me to. If I ever met Curry Baker, I tell him to his face. So this is what we doing now. We just platforming all the worst aspects of goddamn masculinity and human achievement. This is what the fuck we're doing. Putting on celluloid shit that people can see in their goddamn DMs. Are you kidding me right now? That's what's popping in the hood. This is keeping the block fed. This shit. And nobody pays the cost. Nobody pays the cost. Significant controversy accusation regarding his handling of sex offenders and pedophile connected to Christ Church in Moscow, Idaho. The Stephen Styler case. Styler, a convicted child molester, was welcome and allowed to attend services at Christ Church. Critics, including analysts on platforms like the Heidelblog, accused Wilson of minimizing Steeler's diagnosis as a, quote, temptation and mishandling pastoral oversight. Wilson and Christ Church defended their approach through public statements, maintaining that unrepentant sin is condemned, while repentant individuals find grace permitted to listen to the gospel in corporate worship. Do you know who Doug Wilson is the mentor of? Joe Webbin. Nobody pays the cost. When the bill is due, there's nobody there to pay it. When I was coming up and I was in my I need to get some ass phases, I took rejection as paying the cost. I went out unprepared. Okay, so I washed my ass, but I didn't put on deodorant. Ooh, you stink. You need to put on deodorant. That's the cost. I need to go put on deodorant. That rejection taught me something. I had to learn how to have conversations other than I put this in there. I was paying the cost, paying the cost, paying the cost, paying the cost. Every man and woman, when they want something, they understand that if the first time you don't get it, you have to pay the cost for that. That's your failure. That's you paying the cost. You got to be better the next time. You didn't get that job because your resume had this big ass glaring thing in it. You paid the cost. You didn't get the job. So guess what? You learned. You put some shit on your resume. The next time you went for another job, you got it. You paid the cost. The butcher's bill came due and you paid it. But incels want that all gone. Incels want all of that gone. All of it. Men can push themselves in this idea of John Wayne or John Wick or John Rambo. But their victims are always left off the cutting room floor, on the cutting room floor. They never paid the cost. The thing about John Wayne is he never once paid the cost in none of his movies. He never once paid the cost. That's what made a lot of men believe. Oh, well, you know, you don't have to pay the cost. The reason Unforgiven sticks out to so many people is because Clint Eastwood's character says that you will have to pay the cost. You go on this road of murder and revenge, you will pay the cost. Remember that kid killed his first person? And he freaked out? That's paying the cost. Yeah, it's cool to pow, 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 until a bullet hits the right person at the right time. Now you got to live with that. In Westerns, you never saw that. Here's this kid hanging out with Clint Eastwood who has this stoic look on his face because he's done this forever. The body's on him. He carries them with him. And this kid is like, I never thought it's not like I thought it would be. You're right, it isn't. You're right, it isn't. And that feeling never goes away. The cost. Incels do not get the cost. Andrew Tate is in jail not because of his top G status. He's in jail because he abused women and young girls. But everybody wants Andrew Tate out. He should be out. He should be out. No, he shouldn't. Because it's high time he pays the fucking cost for his action. So I will end this way. Over the past 3 days, we have broke down the movie Obsession. And if after this you choose to watch it, that's completely up to you. I'm not going to stop you from doing it. But I'm going to say outright and openly right now, it's the worst fucking film I've ever seen. And it gives me a guttural, visceral feeling because all it is an incel fantasy where at the end of it, the incel doesn't have to pay for any of it. You think death? Hold on. You think death is the payment? Death's the damn destination for all of us. We're all going to die. You cannot say death is a payment. It's the price of being alive. You know what I mean? It is the price of being alive. You will die one day. That's not a cost. That's the destination. Just because you got up out of the coochie does not mean you're going to live forever. Bitch, you're going to die. That's not the cost. Obsession was an incel fantasy because he got a chance to have the girl he wanted. He could do whatever he wanted to her, even when she resisted. His friend group was a piece of shit and never told him the truth. And at the end, he died. Well, it's okay. Not on me. It's the worst fucking film I've ever seen. Because growing up, I've always been told that there will be a cost for everything that I do. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. The thing that aggravates me so much about incels is that they are too pussy to take the cost. They just want the reward without any of the work. It's like white people wanting to say the word nigger. They want to say it without getting stolen. They want to say it without getting ridiculed. They want to say it without getting fired. They want to say it without their family turning their back on them. No, I'm sorry. You will pay the cost. In life, every one of us do. A friendship means that if I hurt my friend, I have to own up to it because that is the cost. A true friend understands that. A piece of shit friend does not. Incels want their cake and they want to eat it too. Bear literally got away with it. Imagine living in a world where the bears of the world can do whatever they want to, and then they get to die. Bear is Jeffrey Epstein. Bear is Donald Trump. Bear is Peter Thiel. Bear is Elon Musk. Bear is every oligarch that now shapes our laws. Bear is all that outside lobbying money. They get the benefits. None of the cost. That is bore on those who survive, those who live after. And I'm sorry, I don't think that's fair. And there's nothing anybody can do to change my mind on that. It's unfair. It's unfair to women who are just trying to live their lives and take care of themselves and the people around them, that people are changing laws that don't allow them to control their own bodies because they don't have to pay the cost. It is unfair to black and brown bodies who are trying to exist and try to make better in this world, that the corn pops and chatty matties of the world can completely shape an entire fucking election, but they don't have to worry about paying the cost we will have to bear. It's unfair to black women to over and over and over try to steer the ship of of democracy in the right direction, only to be ridiculed and ridiculed and ridiculed because they know those who ridicule them will never have to pay the cost of that ridicule. I don't like unfairness. If you want to say something about me, that's one thing I cannot stand. It is a pet peeve of mine. I hate being blamed for something I didn't do. And I hate the fact that some people get away with it, leaving all the devastation and shit to other people, leaving the crimes and the pain and the suffering that will happen afterwards to other people. I hate that shit. I hate it. There is no cost. No one pays for it except those who survive. So fuck obsession. Fuck everything about obsession. Fuck the One Wish Willow cinematic universe. Fuck Nick Fuentes. Fuck Charlie Kirk. Fuck Run, Hide, Fight, Infidel. Fuck Citizen Vigilante and Uwe Boll. Fuck people like Bernie Moreno who wants to get big and bad about about Anthony Fauci, but hasn't opened his goddamn mouth about Jeffrey Epstein, let alone about the fact that his goddamn daughter was getting her ass beat by a fellow, his son-in-law, who's also a congressman. Fuck Lindsey Graham for always wanting war, and then he gets to die. Fuck Mitch McConnell for fucking up the United States only for him to be dead. Fuck Donald Trump for making his wealth, building his wealth 4 times bigger than it was when he walked into the goddamn White House in 2025. Fuck all of these people. Because they will never bear the fucking cost. And as long as I have breath in my body and my ass points to the ground, I'm saying something. I already know I ain't going to be liked. So I gave myself the moniker of a villain. Fuck obsession. And if you're one of those people that think like Bear, die slowly. This has been a rough 3 days. I ain't even gonna front. This has been a hard 3 days. Whoa. This has been, listen, these 3 shows, god damn. These have been a hard 3-day shows. I'm not playing. I have never talked that long about something I absolutely despise. But before I do anything else, I need to thank you. I need to thank you, the viewer, and you, the listener, for staying with me for it. I want to give love and admiration to my EP, Miss Taz J, who kept up with me. She changed on the fly when I was changing on the fly. She had to subject herself to this shit, and she did notes. So Taz, you really are the real MVP. You might be the EP MVP. You the Zillify 2 of this bitch. I want to thank you all for just tuning in. This is one of them hard ass subjects. And I had to do it. I had to. I needed to get this off my chest, because if not, it was just going to eat at me. It was just going to eat at me. But I thank all of you for being in the chat, for talking, for watching, for listening. Thank you all so very much for being with me for this really, really, really touchy but necessary conversation. You guys truly are the best around. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. I appreciate the input, good, bad, or indifferent. I'm glad that these conversations are happening. Even if you disagreed with everything that I said over the past 3 days, thank you for being able to come in and talk about it. Thank you. This is one of the things, when we talk about uncomfortable conversations, this was I did not want to do this. I needed to. Taz will tell you, I had to be talked into this shit. I said, there's a show here. There's at least 3 days of a show here, but I don't know if I want to do it. Taz was the first one, like, you better fucking do it. You better do it. That's why I said to all of you, even if you disagree with every single thing that I talked about over the past 3 days, even if you love the film Obsession and disagree with everything I said, I thank you for coming in and just giving me that feedback. I didn't want to knock anybody the past 3 days. Nobody's comment was stupid. Nobody's comment was unnecessary except for that Sam cat. But you guys were the fuel for this show. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. These are the sort of conversations I like to have. And I like to have the feedback that comes back with it. See, I told y'all, we're not about hurting anybody here. We're not about hurting feelings or things of that nature. We genuinely want you guys to be better than you have ever been. Taz and myself, this is what we live for. This is why this radio station exists, for these types of conversations. You guys are the fuel for that. And I will never be able to thank you enough for helping me with this. As always, if you'd like to support, think about becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/Thomas the Villain Bishop. We got 3 tiers. Lowest one is $3 a month. Jump your ass on in there. You know you want to. I'm going to do some collaborations with the one and only Taz, because she has, oh Lord, Beyond the Bean. I don't even, come on, man. Beyond the Bean just sound like,
just bring the goddamn bread.
Bring the goddamn bread.
Bring us the bread.
Bring the bread.
First of all, I hear a little hateration in your voice. Okay,
No.
I have Beyond the Bean and Behind the Bean. Thank y'all.
Oh, okay, Beyond the Bean, Behind the Bean.
Beyond the Bean is my extended commentary on different topics. If I feel the need, if it really tickles my brain, I will share my thoughts over there. Behind the Bean, y'all get to see what I have to deal with before we get here. Y'all gonna feel my pain one way or the other.
I'm telling y'all, the show that comes on before the show starts, trust me when I tell you, there's some funny shit on there. The only reason I don't put it on YouTube is because I don't want copyright strikes. Because I come in playing my own music, or I play somebody else's music. Like this morning, I came in playing Pearl Jam and Dave Matthews and shit.
No, we did not agree to. You know.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, we did. Yes, we
Once
did.
is enough.
Nope.
Once is
Listen,
yes.
Hey,
No,
if y'all want to see,
no.
if y'all want to see the Dave Matthews tribute, you got to go to
Yeah,
Taz's Patreon, but I'm gonna put it on mine as well. We're gonna do a collaboration so that you guys get a chance to see some of this behind the scene bean action. Okay, pause. Behind the scene bean action. Behind the bean. Come on.
What?
See?
Is
now you understand.
that?
How
Come
I
on.
have these faux
Behind
pas.
the bean,
Yeah, see?
behind the. Come on.
This
man.
is how I have these faux pas. I have the purest intent when I come up with stuff.
Sure you
Okay,
do.
I didn't know
Sure you do.
y'all have such dirty minds.
Hey, you can't just be busting off with behind the bean. Come on. That sound. Yo, that sound. Come on. Come on.
Well, it is behind. I was thinking
Hey.
behind the coffee beans. That was my thought process.
But you didn't put coffee in there. You put behind the bean.
Because I thought that it would so people would know, hey, this
Hold
is
on.
for the beans
Look
exclusively.
at Star talking about phrasing. Wait a minute. Star, I'm not the one that did it.
My
Star,
heart was in a pure
how about
place. But
phrasing?
Now it's got to stay because the people voted on it. So, and I asked Jess, I asked Tracina. They didn't say that there was anything wrong. Wait a minute.
Okay.
They said
You're gonna ask 3 women. You're gonna ask 3 women about behind the bean.
I did.
That's like
That's
if you ask me. That's like if you ask me, Merv, Shaft, and E, what should it be called? We say behind the balls. Come on. Come on. Come on. Behind the balls.
I have a new series that's about to start because I know yeah, he did say busting off behind the bean.
See?
Your
Here's
brother
the
said he
chaos
talked about
what
your
I'm talking
phrasing.
about.
But here's the thing. Wait a minute. I have a new series. He did.
Bust off behind the bean.
Don't do that. But I have a new series. Why do I have a new series? Because I like to say the word wench, okay? Because it has a sting to it, okay?
Willow Wench. We have
Yeah.
listen. I'm telling y'all right now, this is the problems that end up happening when y'all don't see our group chat. Like, I'm just saying, y'all, our group chat, listen, our Villains View group chat is disgusting, and I don't recommend it. Like, I don't recommend it to nobody. I don't.
No, I joking.
Beyond the Beast sounds like an adult toy store.
I forget.
Look,
I said something. I called somebody a wench that's into bodacious butt banter. Okay, it's my fault. 100% my fault. So then General Gambit decided, you know what? I'm gonna make a graphic for it, and then Thomas was like, "This should be
Willow Wench." She's like
a series, but here's the thing: Willow Wench for justice with benefits. Am I gonna write this? Absolutely. I started last night.
Of course she is. I still got to finish Accidental Thruple. I'm still working on Accidental Thruple because now I done lost the goddamn videos and I can't find them and shit. But Accidental Thruple, y'all. Listen, eventually Willow Wench is gonna be an Accidental Thruple. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, we can do a crossover.
Listen, the collaboration between Willow Wench and Accidental Thruple will be disgusting. Like, listen, there's gonna be some butt sex.
If you would like to keep all the lights on, one, make sure you go and grab your anti-racism journal by the one and only Taz J. And if y'all thought that me writing a book meant that you were going to get my real name, you done lost your damn mind. How did I write the book? Under my pen name, Taz J. Yeah,
listen, I'm writing my book. I'm writing my book under my pseudonym of Thomas Bishop. So,
yeah,
when y'all get Views of a Villain, it'll be under my damn pen name. But
like also, there's choke fart merch at Tazisms.com, along with history and present day are egregious enough, no reason to lie about it, as well as Educated Black King, King and Queen merch. There's even doggy merch for you, because some of y'all need to rough. But I love y'all though.
Listen, I want to take Star's life and turn it into some content. listen, I'm dead ass. I want to take the premise of Star having like a husband and a boyfriend and putting like a husband, a boyfriend, and like a maintenance man, right? The maintenance man, his plot.
That's Accidental Thruple, you idiot.
Yes, but see, Accidental Thruple, eventually somebody's gonna have to suck a dick and it's gonna be a dude. And I know this. Somebody's getting balls on their chin.
Nobody said that had to happen. Everybody could be there for the pleasure of the woman.
Is Accidental Thruple a t-shirt yet? It will be this afternoon.
Listen,
it'll be one this afternoon. Play with me if you want to.
You have to finish the story first. Don't let him jump the gun. These people have been asking for this for almost a year. First of all, we started this because they sent me the prompts for you to write the story. Do you know how much I got threatened? Do you know? I need you to do this because I think they waiting outside. They want 11 minutes with me in the parking lot. I'm not built for this.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Patreon.com/ThomasVillainBishop. Sound of Coffee Shop is open, it's running, it's piping hot. Sound of Coffee, all one word, -shop.fourthwall.com. Hydrate, elevate, self-love and self-care. Now, I love you all. Have a beautiful day on purpose. That is a good word from Miss Trussina. Be limitless. I love who you are exactly as you are. I am so effing proud of you. Today is a good day to be proud of how far you come from where you were. I'm here no matter what, when, or why. The inspirational word from Miss Star O'Gwen. Oh, yes. As always, we got to leave y'all with the universal greeting of the coffee beans. Bow your heads.
Mama still working in them $10 houses?
That's not the universal greeting. That's the wrong universal greeting.
How you doing? I woke up. Everybody else because I woke up. That's how I look at it. You all had a chance until I woke up. Today's mine. That's just what it is.
That's just what it is. Listen, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. The world wasn't shit until we got up. The world wasn't shit till we got up. Listen, I do not want any of you to ever believe that you do not have a place in this show. Differing opinions, different lifestyles, different points of view. You are welcome here. Because, as my mother said, never make an enemy unless you have to. My mama also said, stay right there, bitch, but that's beside the point. I get up every morning trying to be more and more like my mother and father's son. I will stumble and I will fail, but that is always the goal. Or, as Jor-El said, and I want you to take this with you, you will give the people of Earth an ideal to strive toward. They will race behind you. They will stumble. They will fall. But in time, they will join you in the sun. In time, you will help them accomplish wonders. And every day I get a chance to come in here with you is you helping me and me helping you accomplish wonders. I'm so proud of this show, and I'm proud of everybody that listens and watches. You guys are the best ever, and I will always support you. Why? Say it with me, kids. Because that is the coffee bean way. What is it we say every day, kids? May
Stay right
your
there,
day.
bitch. That's what we say every day. Stay right there, bitch. That's what we say.
We don't know because we don't say stay right there, bitch. That's supposed to say that. Sometimes we say it. Sometimes people got to stay right there, bitch. Be kind and show as much love to others as possible because you never know what someone is going through. You are loved, you are respected, you are admired, you matter, you are valid. The STL Baloo drop. And look at Dragon up there trying to give a little. Look at Dragon. God bless you all. Love you all in this group. Always remember a little act of kindness does a world of good. Here's a tip for that. Don't watch Obsession. Please don't. Just don't waste your goddamn time. What is it that we say every day, kids? May your day be as sweet as the coffee in your cup. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships at sea. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. My title and designation is the Brutalist, the leader of the Villains Guild, a proud, upstanding member of the Outcast Nation. And this has been an obsession-laced, incel-proof episode of The Sound of Coffee on Coastal Hall Productions Radio, GCPR, where every voice matters. Tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on these GCPR airways. It is the one, the only Heart to Heart with Pastor Gia Clinton. Spiritual and relationship advice from one of the best to ever do it. We are proud to have this beautiful human being as part of our GCPR family. Heart to Heart tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on these GCPR airways. Tonight, it is Rouse High Exalted with myself, the Angry IT Nerd, one General Gambit, and Mr. Aquaman himself, Dave the Viking. Who the hell knows what we're going to be talking about? This past couple of weeks, we've just been talking about some bullshit. Listen, that pigeon is never going to be not funny.
At 3:30, don't forget about...
I ain't get there yet. Wait a minute.
No, I got a special announcement. Don't forget about
Taz has a special announcement.
We're going to have, because y'all like him so much, a short-lived special guest, the saint, whatever, my son, the primary custodial minion, only because it's his birthday.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Taz-made infused version of Saint Swole Meat, aka Little Taz. I guess we call him Tazum. He's like Tazum.
He is not, but he looks like the one.
Look. He's
Papa Chaos came out
grown
the bathroom like he is not a swole meat.
He ain't swole meat. He's a Saint. He's Saint Grove meat. Pause. Saint Grove meat.
Jesus Christ, what is going on? All of my tales of the minion. He is the primary custodial minion, aka Snooks.
Snooks.
Well, because my mom used to call him Snookums. Well, he's a grown ass man now. I can't call him Snookums, so I call him Snooks.
Snooks. Listen,
so
that has sex appeal, and then you
no, it doesn't. Don't
Yes,
not
it
a
does.
damn
Yes, it
thing.
Hey, leave that boy alone.
This is gonna be a long
Let
day.
that man breathe. Let that man breathe. 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is the Taz Effect with the one and only.
Himself will be joining me for a show.
Yes. Saint Grow Meat will be a part of
Would you
Taz
stop?
Effect.
Jesus Christ. Don't get no idea because I know he's watching. Don't get a damn idea. Don't you go on the show acting like that. Absolutely not.
Yes, he will. Saint Grow Meat will be a part of the Taz Effect at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on these GCPR airways. I love you guys. Tomorrow, I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about. Maybe we'll talk about something relaxing.
No, wait. I got it. I know what we're talking about tomorrow.
What are we talking about tomorrow?
Wait a minute.
She got a list.
Consent.
Yes. Tomorrow, we are going to talk about consent. Bring your stories of good consent. I will bring my stories of great consent. I will not bring the story about the time that I was messing around with a woman and ended up on a tree branch outside of her window. I'm not going to bring that story up.
Oh, yes, you are. You done brought it up now.
I'm not.
Nope. I'm making a note of it. You know, I'm the queen. I'm
listen, nobody will listen. That story was all about consent, but no.
Nobody.
It ended up with me. Listen, it ended up with me in a pair of pants and some socks on a tree branch. And that'll shit never again. But I love you all. Be safe as always.
He said you had consent. You just didn't have a husband consent.
Listen. The young rogue was nasty out in them streets. As always and forever, with love in my heart, I say this. With peace on my mind, I give this. Oh, shitty fine girl. I can't back up very much because I'm still working on this shit. But you fine as hell. And a tad bit of hair grease. I will see you all in the morning. I love you all. Be safe. Have a great day. Peace. Hey, I love you. And I'm proud of you. Don't you ever, ever forget it. Hey, tomorrow, I'm going to end tomorrow's show with an affirmation that I got a couple of days ago. And I think you guys deserve it. See you in the morning.